Good evening and welcome to Swain County High School, home of the Maroon Devils. At this time, we'd like to pay tribute to this great nation of ours with the singing of our national anthem. We ask all in attendance to please rise, remove all headwear, and that all talking and other distractions cease. Tonight's colors will be presented by the Swain County High School Air Force Junior ROTC. And our national anthem will be sung by Miss Olivia So and Miss Haley Cassiotti.
And one more, number 20,
Hello again, everybody. Toby Burrell and Jeff Marr, along with Joe Holt, here for another exciting night of Lady Devil basketball. And it'll be Highlands in town for this one, Jeff. It should be a good one as both teams, Highlands 9-7 on the season, our Lady Devils 5-9. So Swain really and truly needs a win tonight.
Yes, they do. And if that team that we saw here when we were here last against the Franklin Lady Panthers shows up, I expect that to happen tonight.
The Lady Devils had quite a bit of time off in that due to weather, so a couple of games didn't get played due to weather, so that shot up by Hicks. Cape comes out of there with it, but loses a handle on it, and Kendra McCall for the Highlanders, and she brings it up court on her own. Swain in a girl-to-girl, man-to-man, if you will. Maddie Lloyd works on that wing shot up and off. Yaunts with a rebound and lost it out of bounds. It'll be Highlands basketball. Again, the playoff scenario, and we'll talk a little bit about that as we move on through this one, but it's different this season than it has been in years past. Shot off by Olvera, rebounded by Yaunts. She hands it to Hicks. Hicks ahead to Collins, beats the crowd down, shot up, looked like a foul, no call, and rebound pulled out of there by Hannah Holt. She passes it off. It looks like Maddie Lloyd, the senior, will set up the Highlands offense. She steams ahead by Cabe all the way to the hole, up and off. Yaunts with another rebound, outlet to Hicks. Hicks has got a 1-on-3, tries to beat Olvera
all the way to the hole,
and it's on the ground. So no three-point play for Lindsay as she charged in. That foul will be on Olvera, and it will be Swain ball out underneath. Shook will inbound it. Kira, not a normal starter for this team, as if you follow the Lady Devils, shot by Hicks is off all season long. You know that. But update Alyssa Smith, who last time we saw them, Jeff, broke her nose. She is out tonight. She had surgery today to repair that nose. She's doing well.
She's here.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all that Alyssa would be here.
She's a tough sucker.
And we'll wait and see as to when and if she can come back for this team. But as we made a big story out of in the Franklin game, and it is a big story, let's be honest about it, that means the Lady Devils essentially are down to 8 dressed players tonight, and we don't know if freshman Bree Ross will be able to go much because of her injury.
Right, she injured her ankle out here the other day, and if anybody's ever injured their ankle, you know that's a process you've got to go through to get that thing better, and really it's just how much you can kind of suck it up at sometimes and be tough and go with it. I just don't know how bad hers was hurt.
And
it's like a toothache.
Right, and that's the key, and to be honest with you, Coach Michael Turner and his staff won't know until she actually gets out on the court and starts moving around.
And if she does, it may be one of those deals where, hey, we've got to keep her out there to keep that thing loosened up a little bit.
Right. And you don't know how much she's missed practice-wise in terms of conditioning.
That's right.
The Highland squad has 9 players, so we're not way out of our depth tonight, Jeff.
Finally.
Both teams will be on semi-equal footing here. That one batted away by Cabe.
It's going to be Swain ball.
It'll be Swain basketball. And Yaunts will throw it in to Hicks. Neither team able to score. 5:57 still remaining in this one. The Highland squad, a three-quarter court 1-3-1 trap against the Lady Devils. That one's passed, batted away. Yaunts drags that one back down, and now we'll reset. Over to Hicks on the wing. She puts it on the floor, tries to go through, finds Collins,
right to Shook.
and it is blocked, saved out of there, right back to Shook. She backs back out, finds Hicks. Hicks puts it on the floor. Back up. Shook will shoot from the corner. It's off the front of the iron, and Lloyd will find it going the other way, one-on-one with Hicks. She goes in and lays it in. So Maddie Lloyd first on the board for either team. And now Hicks steams into the front court. Over to Cabe, can't handle it. It'll go out of bounds, be Highlands basketball. 5:12 remaining in this one. Tomorrow night, these same Lady Devils will travel to Smoky Mountain and play the Mustangs in non-conference action. There's a trip on the play, and
puts it in.
Cabe lays that one in. Back to tomorrow night. So the Lady Devils will go to Smoky Mountain and play the Mustangs, as will our Maroon Devils. Good ball fake, shot going on the inside. Collins a piece of it, but it rolls in nonetheless. And now Swain brings it up. 4-2 your score, 4:50 remaining in this first quarter of play. But I was going to tell you, we won't be here on the Maroon Devils Network, but you can follow all the action on WBHN or WRGC, and you can get WRGC over the internet. So tune in and check out the actions. It's not going to be long. Bree Ross into the game. She's got Shook.
And Charlotte Jackson, who gave great minutes last week against Franklin, in for Collins. So the 4:41 mark, no foul trouble for these Lady Devils, and able to make normal substitution patterns has got to be a nice change for Michael Turner.
Yes, it is. Normally he's had to sub 3 or 4 by this point, and they've got 2 fouls each and everything else. There's Bree.
She's on the floor, but it goes
right to him.
Yes,
it does.
Lloyd lays that one in for her 4th point, now 6-2 in favor of Highlands. Hicks steamrolls her way through,
nice
finds
look.
Jackson on the block. That one spills to the floor, and now we're going to have a foul on Grace Cave. First one on the Lady Devils tonight. So both team at a foul each. Highlands will inbound. Swain with some token man-to-man pressure just to keep the ball in some folks' hands that aren't comfortable handling it. So Hicks stays out on the wing with Olvera. Ross sizes up Green. Now they switch off. Poked away by Hicks. Hicks will go the other way. She doesn't have the numbers. Pull-up jumper on the way. It's off. Cave tries to pull it down, but Lloyd's got it instead. Now Lloyd passes off to Holt, who brings it up. Numbers Highlands' way. Green improves inside, and that will be on Jackson, her first, and the second on the Lady Devils.
So far, it's kind of worth noting, Coach, you look at this Lady Highlanders team, and they're not overly tall, but they've got some length about them, and this three-quarters court trap is kind of giving us a little trouble right now. They're standing in a lot of the passing lanes where we've been able to get the ball into Taylor Collins the last couple of games, but right now they're doing a good job balling her up with a double team.
These two teams met earlier in the season, back in December on the 12th, and Highlands took a 10-point win over our Lady Devils. So Swain looking to avenge that, and to be quite honest with you, Swain needs a win over Highlands to help their chances of making this playoff system that's new this year. Ross works it on the wing, inside to Yance, back down to Cade, low block. She tries to go in, has it blocked. Shot again, no call. Collins with a rebound, though. She spins her way inside, doesn't get it to go, and it goes out of bounds off of Maddie Lloyd. It will be Swain basketball. So Bree Ross will inbound it. It's 3:25 remaining in the first. The Lady Devils struggling to score. Remember, they have not played since we were last week.
There it is.
There's a three by Lindsay. And Hicks on the board for the Lady Devils. They have not played. They had games last week snowed out, and they will play tomorrow and then again on Friday of this week. And next week we'll then play 3 as Rosman moves to that Saturday.
And there was even a day or two in there where it was too bad to even practice.
Yeah, they couldn't even get in the gym.
Couldn't even get in the gym. So
Lloyd's 3 is off. Rebounded in there by Highlands. Olvera thinks of it, doesn't do it. Now they pull the trigger to the other side. Green ball fakes, improves inside. Goes against Yance, and Collins pulls it down. Hicks looks to push the pace the other way. Outruns 2, poked away in there by Green. Rebounded by Holt. Now Green goes all the way on her own and lays it in. So Green now with 5, Lloyd with 4, and the Highland squad with 9. Cabe on the wing, looks the defense over, back up top to Yance. It's a straight zone now. Hard to see what kind, and Yance goes inside but is tackled twice. No call either time.
Wow.
And that's going to end up being Highlands basketball. Tough luck, Ashley.
Unbelievable.
So inbounding will be Maddie Lloyd for the Highlanders. She goes all the way across court to Green. Oh, check that, McCall. McCall brings it up now on the dribble. Ross picks her up. They work it around the outside perimeter. Inside goes Green. Blocked shot, McCall rather. Hicks blocks it. Now Cave trying to win the race. Lloyd cuts her off and steals it. So frantic pace here early on by both teams. Which coach will blink first and have to call a timeout so his team can rest. Yance pulls it out of there. It's poked away by McCall. Dribbles right back to Green. McCall's all right after getting all the way over to the door. And now Lloyd will walk it up as everybody grabs their shorts and catches their breath.
Catches her breath. I tell you, man, these Lady Highlanders are very, very active on defense. Their hands are always moving. It's kind of like 5 Grace Caves out there right now playing D for them.
It really is, and they're looking to take advantage of Bree Ross defensively down low on McCall. McCall pushes off. That's going to be on Bree, though.
Be Bree's first. Team third, I believe.
Shook up off the Swain bench. Brooklyn Houston in for the Highlands team. It will be McCall to inbound underneath their basket. Yance takes a seat in her first break of the night. That's poked out of there by Hicks, but rebounded. They go inside again. Collins there to help. Shot is off and put back up and in by McCall. 11-5 early on. Cabe reverses herself, finds Hicks. 3 on the way by Lindsay is up and off, but they're Shook with a rebound. Finds Ross. Ross puts it right back up. Rattles around, no good. Collins keeps it alive, but can't come away with it. Bounced off of Taylor, and it will be Highlands ball. 1 minute exactly. Yance quickly back into the game for Ross. And now, of course, will be the telling minutes for Bree as to whether or not she's going to be able to go much tonight. Highlands inbounds, 1 minute exactly. 11-5 your score. This will be Houston dribbling it up, hands it off to
Head.
Yep. Who's checked into the game. Lloyd controls it out on the wing, guarded by Cabe. She cuts to the basket. Cabe beats her to that spot, knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Highlands ball.
She's got 45.9. Lady Highlanders will inbound the ball underneath her own basket. Skip pass in. Head up and in.
Hicks with another block shot.
Another block
goes
shot.
Out of bounds. It will be Highlands ball. Cabe falls asleep and gives up a layup there to Lloyd. So Hicks will bring it up and work against a 2-3 now, or a 2-1-2. She goes right to the middle and kicks it to Shook. Shook steps in. Has got open look at a jumper.
Hey, nice shot, Kiera.
Kiera knocks that one down off of the Hicks pass.
So we're at 16 seconds.
And Lloyd backs Cabe down, tries to go to the basket on the dribble, and gets bailed out on a foul call.
If that's Grace, that's number 2.
So they're going to give her 2 shots off of that too. If this is 2 shots, I don't know, but the Hicks bucket early on,
that's
got
exactly
waved
right.
off, should have been a 3-point opportunity. Same type of foul call. That one's good by Lloyd. 14-7 now, 7-point lead for Highlands. 11 seconds exactly. Lloyd misses that one, and of course we get beat to the spot. That one falls right to Yance. She looks up. Now it goes all the way by.
Looking at 5 seconds.
3 on the way by Ashton. Bounds off, rebounded over there by Green, and that's going to do our first quarter of play with Highlands on top of our Lady Devils, 14-7. Second quarter action getting ready to go your way. And, partner, you did a little research during the break there. You want to share with us?
You know, I did. Watching this Lady Highlanders team, I'm really impressed by how good they are. They are 9-7 on the year. They're leading the Little Smoky right now with a 2-0. But that 9-7 overall record, nobody else even has more than 3 wins. So they're probably going to win that conference. They're a good basketball team.
They do a lot of interesting things. Those traps that they're running right now are tough. They're, like you said, they're very long and athletic. They move well. Hicks a 3 on the way. Banks it. Collins has got
Taylor.
it. And Taylor lays it in. Good job by Taylor working hard on the glass.
Taylor has 5 big rebounds so far.
Ross is able to get her hands in and slap that ball away. It'll be Highlands basketball. But, number one, good to see Bree back in the ball game and good to see her active.
Yeah, I've been watching her. So far, it doesn't look like she's really limited too much on that foot. She's been able to cut and move pretty well.
So Lloyd now with it back up top. She looks to set the Highlands offense. They've not had to run a lot of their offense. They've been able to push the tempo and get some buckets that way. Sheila Green is trying real hard to post Lindsey Hicks up underneath, and there's a moving screen violation on Abby Olvera.
Number 5, that's 2.
She commits that one offensively.
4-2, it is.
And so Swain will inbound, and now Highlands stretches back out into their 1-3-1. The pressure of this defense is on that back person, and then that one they've got their senior leader, Maddie Lloyd.
Now one more pass. There it is, layup.
Good job.
Nice
Collins
execution.
Lays that one in off the Cabe pass. And now they'll bring it up. It'll be McCall to do the honors. Collins picks her up top. Lloyd was going to set the pick. A surprise recipient of the ball instead. Yance tries to help out. 3-point play. Opportunity for Kendra McCall.
That's one of those instances where you got the backside help defense was just a half a second too late. Ashton just couldn't get there and get her body square and her hands up like she needed to.
So McCall will go to the free throw line looking for her 5th point of the night, and she's got it. On a traditional 3-point play, and now the Highlands squad goes to full man-to-man defense. So they change that. Nope. They're just going to guard.
Boxing one. Nope.
No, it's
straight
a man. They're just not pressuring the ball very hard. I think they're happy for it to actually leave Lindsey Hicks' hands. And Highlands beats that token pressure. Now comes up court. Nobody stopping ball. She goes all the way in, and Collins blocks it, but able to get her ball back. And there's Taylor with another rebound, a block shot to her credit. Now Hicks steaming into the front court. Crosses over, shot up, off the rim, no good. Lloyd's got the rebound. 6 minutes and counting, 17-11 as the Lady Devils are on a 4-0 run to open this quarter. That's a spinning shot in there by McCall, pulled out by Green. She brings it back out, looks to pass inside to Holt. Holt back to Green, 3 on the way. First one.
She knocks it down.
By the Highlands squad. And they answer the 4-0 run in a big way. Now Hicks works on the right side against Lloyd. Back out to Ross, over to Yance. Yance has got it. 3 up from Ashton.
Hey, she knocks it down.
And Ashton answers that 3 from Highlands. And 2014, so the offense is loosening up a little bit.
Yes, it is. Getting some things to fall.
Time off. And you know Highlands had to have time off too because they had more snow than we did, I'm sure. So Cabe putting some pressure on Green now. She loses her. She goes all the way to the hole. It's blocked and pushed out of bounds off of Cabe. Shook comes in. She's got Cabe, who, as we remind you, has 2 fouls for the Lady Devils. So into the game for Highlands is Jesselyn Head. That was close to a 5 count. Green ball fakes, improves, falls down.
Nice steal, Lindsey Hicks.
Pulls it out of there. Let's see if Lindsey can win the race with Lloyd. Does, and lays
good
it
shot.
in. Looked like an and one situation.
Yes, it did.
So Ross has got Lloyd now. Lloyd ahead to Green. Green cross court to Holt. Yance, good defense,
Nice
staying
defense.
in front, back up top to Green. Now she goes, tries to go to the baseline inside to McCall, working on Collins. And Taylor will pick up her first foul. 2 shots on the way from Kendra McCall, who hit her first one. At the scores table is Brooklyn Houston again. And she's going to check in for Green. Shot is up and good for McCall. So 21-16 now your score. Hicks works into the front court, picked up by Lloyd over there. Pass to Ross. Ross over to Yance on that side. They look inside for Collins. They've got a good look at her. They don't go to her. Shook dives in, but no luck. Now she comes around to the other side, looks inside at Collins, nothing there. Back out to Ross. And now Hicks will reset things. Collins comes up for a high pick and roll. Gets a little bit of Lloyd.
Good crossover.
Lindsey crosses her way in and lays it in. 21-18, the Lady Devils back to 3 here.
Lindsay up to 7 points.
Lloyd stutter steps her way around Ross and lays it in.
Good move.
Here comes Hicks back the other way now. Crosses over again. Back to Yance. Yance 3 on the way. Oh, that was halfway down and back out.
Ashton's found her stroke tonight from the outside.
Lloyd with it. She'll bring it back up court. And they will slow the pace down and look inside as they've got just Houston posting up down there on Collins. I'm sure they'd love to pick up a second foul on Collins. Lloyd goes straight into her. Collins tries to. That was good to say it.
Oh, boy.
Not. Cabe is back up off the Swain bench and checking in for Shook. And out of the lineup is Holt for Highlands. Back in is Sheila Green. I'm going with Sheila on her name.
That'll work. Sounds good to me.
If the Highlands crew, if that's wrong,
another block.
I apologize. That'll be Swain ball. Good job, Taylor Collins, on the block down low. That's a good way to discourage the opposing team wanting to post up all the time.
Yes, it is.
To make them pay.
Her third big block of the game.
Hicks over to Ross, back to Yance, and we got a foul.
Oh, that's old Taylor Collins, Coach.
Yeah.
Her second.
So 3:14 in the second. The Lady Devils starting to see some of that foul problem creep up. And remember, their bench is not very deep. Lloyd all the way to the bucket.
That should be Swain ball.
And it is. Collins with another block. So now 3 minutes exactly. Hicks into the front court against this man-to-man. She goes off the screen, tries to meander her way through. It goes off. Cabe with it. It'll be a jump ball, the first one of those we've seen tonight.
Be Highlands ball.
And it'll go to Highlands. 23-18 your score. And Lloyd will bring the ball up against Ross. Now they look for set the offense. They still want somebody to come up, set a screen. Ross goes by. That's been the issue with us so far in this game, is getting lost on that screen and not being able to get back to help. And there's a foul on Highlands. It'll be on
20.
Green, her first by my count.
Yes.
And that will be on after the Bree Ross rebound. Now Hicks will bring it up. Highlands still in man-to-man, but they're playing our post players as if they're just shadowing a zone. Collins
nice screen and roll.
All the way to the hole, misses it, grabs it hard, puts it back
and
up
one. That a girl.
Good job by Taylor to get that rebound and to get it to go. And that foul is
Number
on
24, Brooklyn Houston.
So Taylor will shoot the first free throw of the night for the Lady Devils. 23-20 your score, 2:18 remaining before the half. In this one, it's been a good one so far.
Yes, it has.
And that one rolls off. Cabe forces the tie.
It's going to stay Swain ball.
Gives us the ball back. Good job by Grace to get on that rebound. And now Ross will inbound it with a chance to tie or come to within one right here. Hicks comes off of her own screen. Open look at a three. It's up. Oh, rattles around and out. Ross attacks it. She's going to get called for a foul. Looks like she got a lot of ball there.
Yes, it did. That'll be Bree's second. Probably going to be in a 1-and-1 situation.
Well, these are waters that Coach Turner has navigated before, and it's just sort of goes with the territory this year, but the fouls are stacking up in a hurry for our Lady Devils. Brooklyn Houston to the line for the first time tonight on the 1-and-1, and she nails the first one. And we'll have a second one to push the Highlands lead to 5 if she can get it to go. And it rattles around and out. Cabe with a rebound. She slows it down.
Oh, boy.
And throws it right to Maddie Lloyd. Does not commit the foul, so Hicks comes away with it. Numbers ahead, all the way ahead to Collins. She can't corral it. It'll be Highlands ball. 1:58 and counting. Charlotte Jackson off the Swain bench to check in. And we're just going to keep playing, folks. That didn't happen.
Dennis is a little trigger happy down there.
So Lloyd has it poked away over there by Ross, who has 2 inside to Houston. They double down on her. Lloyd with a 3 on the way, and it is off, rebounded by Highlands. They've been quicker to the ball all night than us. That one wrapped back around and caught us standing around, missed that one, and Hicks tries to yank it out of there. Another offensive rebound. And that one's up and off. Nobody in there to rebound. Yance tries, and she yanks at it, but it's called a jump ball. That will stay.
It's going to stay Highlands. Yep.
Jackson will get into the lineup to get one of our 2 foul players out. That's going to be Taylor Collins. And so to inbound, it will be McCall. That was shot blocked. She goes to a knee, no walk.
Travel.
And finally, McCall gets that to go after bashing into 3 or 4 of our players trying to draw a foul. Hicks all the way to the baseline. Cave's shot flat, no good. Jackson carves out some space down there, but it goes off of her. It will be Highlands basketball. Lead for the Highlanders back to 6 here with a chance to go to 8. So Lloyd will bring it up and set the offense. Ross has got her. Ross with 2 fouls. They go inside, and there's a turnover. Good job by Jackson on the defensive end that time as she fronted, and the lob pass was a little too long. So now Hicks will bring it up. We're under a minute before the half. Calls for a screen on Lloyd, reverses back over to Yance. Now we've got an overload on this side. Ross on the wing, fakes a 3, goes baseline. Shot is up and off. Jackson with a rebound.
Going to get her for the foul.
But she did push off underneath there.
Yes, she did.
And that's 2 on Charlotte.
I'll give her credit for trying to use her body, though. We've got to get more of that down here on this defensive end, though. We're getting killed on the offensive glass.
We're going to shoot 1 and 1. We're going to discuss it for a little while. It's player control, which I didn't think was
it's not
1 and 1. But we are.
But we are.
So Jackson with 2, Collins with 2, Cade with 2, Ross with 2, Yance with 1, Hicks and Shook none each.
None each, yep.
That one rolls on.
40.
Yep. 3 of 4 from the line by my tally.
Yep, that's correct.
Second one good as well. So lead back to 8 here. They stay man-to-man. Hicks to Ross, back over to Yance. Yance turns the corner, goes to the hole, has it punched, and it goes out of bounds off of Highlands. It'll be Swain basketball. Ross will inbound it. Finds Hicks.
Got her feet set. Looks good. Knocks it down.
Lindsay with a quick look back at Maddie Lloyd. May have had, I think she felt like she got hit on the wrist on the shot. No foul called. So we're under 20 here, and Lloyd's going to work up top against Ross. Over to the wing to McCall. Hicks on her. Hicks trying to give McCall all the trouble in the world. She passes it off. McCall goes straight to the basket, and Jackson comes out over the rebound. Finds Yance. We're under 10 seconds. Ashton going all the way to the hole, lays it up. No foul call. Thought she got fouled. Nothing
2 seconds.
happened. And that's going to do our first half of play.
It looks good. Oh, boy. She gave it a chance.
Just missed it. So 28-23 is going to do your first half of play here from Swain High School. We'll be back with second half action. And we're back, folks, set for second half action. Lady Devils trail this one by 5 as we head to the third quarter of play. Swain will go with their starters, and Highlands will go with their starters as we open the second half. It looks like it will be Swain basketball. Ashton Yance will do the honors and inbound the ball here. Men's action coming up for you afterwards. Should tell you that if you tuned in late, you missed the national anthem performed by Olivia So and Haley Cassiotti. They did a great job.
Did a great job.
The colors presented by good ball movement
kick out
there.
pass. Look at that. Beautiful opening possession.
That was a after timeout call is what they're calling
yes,
in the
it
NBA
was.
now. They're giving coaches credit for drawing up. That was well designed by Coach Turner.
Yes, it was.
To get Lindsay a good open look there. Now Swain in a little bit of a man-to-man matching up. That one's tipped by Kay, but she can't hold on to it. Now Lloyd will back down, kick it back up top, and that's McCall working out there over to Holt on the side. Hicks pokes it away. Lloyd steals it back, and now Hicks will work against her, passes off to Cade. She goes to the corner, mid-short baseline jumper off. Yance fights for it, can't get it. Now Collins fights for it.
It's going to be a walk or a jump ball.
And we got a jump ball. It'll be Highlands ball after the jump. And Coach Turner imploring an official somewhere, anybody calling to travel, please. So now the Highlands club inbounds back out to McCall. And there's a three on the way by Green. That's front iron. Shook tries to get there, does. Rips it away. Good job by Kiera. Now she's got 2-on-2. Pull-up jumper. Looked good from the start. Collins with it. Tries to get it. Now Cabe rips it away and loses the dribble to McCall, who heads the other way against Hicks. Hicks, and that one goes for McCall. Hicks stripped that one away and no call after it, and now coming the other way will be Hicks working against Green. She tries to go inside. Lloyd tips it and then carries it out of bounds.
Coach Turner trying his best to get an explanation from this guy, and he's not satisfied with it.
So Kiera Shook will inbound the ball now. She's got Hicks open.
Good open look.
Get in there.
Boom,
Lindsay's
knocks it
got
down.
That one too. 4-3 of the night by my count.
Yes, it is. 16 points.
Good job by Lindsay. And we know timeout Highlands as Swain is backing this one to 1. And on this break, we'll set the stage for everybody. But we want to let everybody know that Lindsay's closing in on 1,000 points here at Swain. And I know that's a big deal. We'll try to update you next time out. Going into tonight, I believe she had 916. So she's up to 930 some odd at this point. But we'll give you a fresh update. You can, of course, follow MaroonDevils.com for all the news on that as we go forward. We want to let you know that the next time we'll be with you will be Thursday with the big wrestling match. Robbinsville coming to town. Smoky Mountain Conference Championship on the line as the two teams that are unbeaten will end up squaring off here on Thursday evening. The Black Knights took the James Orr Classic this past weekend. Those were the words I was struggling to find as the two teams got kind of turned around as to which direction they wanted to go there. But Robbinsville took the James Orr Classic this weekend at their place, and we finished second. So that kind of gives you an idea that it's going to be a tight one. We hope there's a huge crowd turns out, supports these guys who are on the brink of doing something that they've not done before in their program. And I know it's something that Coach Jaimez and his folks have been building for all this time, is to get up there in that conversation as the top team in the conference and build a program that'll be there year in and year out.
Absolutely, and our guys deserve it, but as selfish as I hate to say it, Coach Jaimez, man, the job he's done, he deserves a conference championship. He's a phenomenal coach, phenomenal guy.
Well, he's done a tremendous job with that program. It's gone from not having people in weight classes to now having 2 and 3 people in weight classes. So Shook with a bucket and Swain with their first lead of the night, Jeff, 30-31. Hicks bats that one away, but Olvera comes up with it. Now Hicks after it, digging in her pocket, pokes it away, but can't get there. McCall steams the other way now, out of control. Loses her dribble again, no call. Lloyd all the way down, misses the shot. Shook bats at it. Collins ties it up.
They all look around at each other and finally decide on a jump ball.
That'll be Swain basketball. Jesselyn head into the lineup for Holt. And now they have, Highlands is elected to go with some full court pressure or back to their 1-3-1 trap. And Hicks will steam the other way. and be picked up by Lloyd. She steams past Lloyd, goes by her. And
she's begging for a foul. Wow.
Blocked, no foul call. Now Lloyd goes all the way down, crosses back over, misses the shot. There's Yance with another rebound. She's had a ton of rebounds tonight.
She's up to 5 so far.
Now Hicks brings it across the front court, crosses over Lloyd to the corner to Cabe. Cabe jumper
nice
is down,
pass.
so Grace Cabe with her 4th point. That one raked away by Cabe. A good steal. She finds Hicks. Hicks' jumper is up, back iron, no good. Lloyd tries to fight for it, got it. Shook raked at it, but couldn't, and Highlands desperate for a timeout. They can't get one. She runs up to the official and puts a T in his face. I don't think he liked that a whole lot. But it's going to be a full timeout by Highlands as Swain has now jumped out to a 33-30 lead. And that will give us another chance to set next week's action for you. We're at home a bunch next week in basketball. We've got, I think, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
All at home next week. And we'll do our best to bring all those to you. One of those, at least, should be senior night. I'm not sure what they pinpointed yet. At one time, it was going to be Hayesville on Friday, but they may have changed their mind on that and decided to make Rosman on Saturday now. So we'll see. But we'll know more for you on Tuesday, which is a big one. That's Cherokee coming to town.
Oh, boy.
We know how that works. Be a big crowd out, and should be a good night of basketball here from Swain High School. But we'll do our best to have all of those for you. And, of course, that's weather permitting as we head towards the end of this season for our Maroon Devils and Lady Devils. It is worth noting that in the current scheme, the first predictions we've seen come out on the playoffs do not have either of our teams making the playoffs.
Yeah, it's totally different this year, and
totally
I know
different.
you know that down to a T, but, man, you've got about to have a 500 for sure record to even be considered now.
And a couple of wins over a 3A team or 2A team. Hicks with a steal and a shot. She's hit from behind, no call. She is visibly frustrated over the lack of calls she's getting on shots. And now Lloyd brings it across half court against Cabe. Cabe in her hip pocket. She goes all the way and lays it in.
Move,
Maddie Lloyd with another bucket.
She got 11 points on the night.
Hicks comes the other way now. She crosses over, goes to the bucket, finds Cabe in the corner. Cabe's shot is good. It rattles home. It's a good two-man game between Cabe and Hicks. Has Swain back on top by 3 here, and now bringing it across is Kendra McCall. Hicks will stop and take her. She kicks it to the wing, down low, and that's blocked again by Collins. She bulls her way in, and Collins comes away with it. Looked like an offensive foul all the way, no call. Ahead to Cabe, too far under, no. Grace with a bucket, gets that one to go. Another good pass from Hicks, and Swain up by 5 now. And getting back to the playoffs, Jeff, that's why you say this would be a big win for us in terms of beating another first-place 1A team.
Yes.
And that one, Lloyd leaned in, and it's a shame. I don't think that's a good call at all when the opposing player throws her arms into the defender with 2 upright hands right there. Either. But that's 3 on Collins and sends Maddie Lloyd back to the free throw line. Lloyd, a senior, one of their only seniors, and clearly their go-to player on this squad who's looked to answer here as Swain has taken this lead. Back into the game will be Houston and Holt. They get Olvera and Head. Lloyd set with a second one here. That one is up and good as well.
Point number 13.
So now Hicks with Swain up by 3 into the front court. To Yance on the wing. Yance goes left, as we know she can. Shot off. Looked like a foul again. Not a lot being called out there, Coach, in those regards.
I have Highlands for 4 fouls total tonight.
They go inside again. Cabe collapses, comes up with that, and we got a jump ball. It'll go back to Highlands. Bree Ross off the Swain bench as we're just a tick or two under 3 minutes here. Shook checks out. She is not in any foul trouble. We do have 3 on Collins, though, unofficially. And Lloyd cuts to the basket on Ross, now tries to shoot a hook, and Ross able to get a piece of that. And Yance will come the other way now. Crosses over into, oh my God. You've got to be kidding me.
Wow.
And a double dribble. We got that one. Whew. Yance may need to check her teeth after that one. She took a shot. She's a tough gal. Taylor Collins working hard on that block. Let's see if Hicks can get it to her. Now she comes out, goes back down, and they get it to her. It's batted out of bounds. Hicks saves it.
Oh, they give her
and
room.
They walk off of it from her. Now, can Cabe track that down? Absolutely she can. Now she comes back out, finds Yance. Yance has got a clean look at a three. It's rattles around and out, pulled down by Highlands. Hicks and Cabe to trap Lloyd. She passes it off to McCall, who steams the other way. 3-on-2. Shot on its way, and that shot is off. Rebounded under there, kicked back out to Lloyd. She'll step back for a three and now improve herself. Kick it back around to Green. Green's shot is way off, but no box out and followed in there by Houston. So 1 point lead again. Hicks all the way to the basket, lays it up, is fouled. Again, no call. And now Highlands comes the other way. Yance tries to cut her off and does, and now a whistle call.
Going to be a block.
Very late whistle.
Yes, it was. Ashton's second.
So free throws forthcoming for Green. That one's good. Turner gets a timeout there for the Lady Devils as we're tied at 37 now with 1:54 remaining in the third period of play. 3 fouls for Collins, and Yance now with 2, joining Cabe, Jackson, and Ross, who all have 2.
This is fixing to be the Lady Highlanders' 15th free throw attempt tonight. And, Coach, I have us down for 1 attempt.
That's what I've got. Taylor Collins.
1 attempt
in the first half.
They must be the New England Patriots of penalties and fouls and lack thereof.
Well, they're doing a great job on the low post initiating contact, but I don't see a lot of that as foul calls. Honestly. But they're getting the call. So
they're getting them. That's right.
Green with the second one. It's up, and it's front iron. No good. Yance goes after it, and it will be Swain basketball as Green misses that one. So once the ball is retrieved, Ashton Yance will inbound it with 1:53 remaining in your third period. And Swain with the basketball. Collins at the high post looking to set a screen. Yance will pass through. Ross over on the wing. Looks at Cabe down on the low post on the baseline. She goes hard to the baseline, throws up a shot again, and then finally get a foul call. I can understand the indignation by the Highlands fans as they yell out, but it was a foul.
It was a foul. Be on McCall, her first.
And Cabe will shoot the second free throw of the night for the Lady Devils. Grace has got that one. And Swain back on top by 1. And she will now shoot a second one. Grace back irons that one, but Yance has got the rebound. Tries to shoot it, is fouled, no call. Now she's got the ball down there. It's tied up. It will be Swain basketball. It was either that or walk. Ashton didn't have a whole lot of choices.
No, she didn't.
As Ross will inbound. Hicks slips the screen, but Lloyd stays with her. And that's a fast foul.
Ooh, yes, it was. That's what I was thinking. No, we've got a foul, Coach.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
number 10. Is it a foul or a warning for reaching across the line?
I don't know. Reaching across.
I think it's reaching across.
It's a delay of game warning.
Delay of game.
Which we've seen called as a technical this year. That's off of Swain.
Off Swain.
1 point lead now, 1:30 in the third period of play. It'll be inbounded here by McCall for the Highlands squad. Goes to Holt. Holt looks to pass it back off. Now heads up court uncomfortably so. Hicks and Cape
picked her pocket.
Stream at it. Now it's pulled out of there.
Can't get it to her.
Lloyd comes back and saves the day for her squad. Poked out again by Hicks. Now Cabe and Hicks against the Highlands squad. And Cabe is fouled on the play very hard by McCall. And let's see if McCall is all right. She came down awkwardly on her leg. Cabe popped up quickly.
Looks like she's going to try to walk it off. Coaches may get her a sub here.
It's going to send Cabe back to the free throw line. She's got 2 shots here. And McCall is all the way back on defense trying to move her ankle around a little bit.
They are going to sub her out.
And that's going to be Head back in for her. And now Cabe with a second shot coming her way. And
gets the roll. Her 10th point.
So Lloyd inbounds. That's Holt. She brings it up, kicks it ahead, back to her, all the way baseline, and it's out of bounds in favor of Swain. 2-point advantage for Our Lady Devils, 1:08 remaining. Sub at the table will be Kiera Shook. Let's see, she's got Taylor Collins here at the 1 minute mark, essentially, to give a breather to Collins, who has 3 fouls. And this looks even more like a zone now by Highlands. So they're going to try to pass off Hicks. They trail the cutters across and then go right back. Hicks all the way to the hole. Throws it up and go.
The old-fashioned way.
At first you don't succeed. Keep trying.
That's right. Number 22.
So Lindsay got that one to go. The foul on Head. And back into the game as McCall, none the worse for the wear. She's got Holt. And Lindsay Hicks will go to the free throw line for her first free throw of the night, I believe.
It is. And it's an 18-9 quarter so far. So a big third quarter for Our Lady Devils.
That one goes off.
Oh, big rebound, Grace Cade.
Oh, my gosh. And that shot is off, but rebounded back up again. And Cade with the rebound this time. It's her and Shook get intertwined.
Watch out. Sorry, folks. Grace wasn't looking.
And now Coach Turner with the play call. We're at 30 seconds here and counting in the third period of play. Cade, ball on the floor, weaves around. It rolls
right to
Yance. And she is hammered once again. And into the front court is Head, 2-on-1, and she finds the open player in McCall. So we got under 10 now, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
All the way to the bucket. Hicks. There's Kiera.
She got bumped with the body, no call, and that's going to take us to the end of the third with Swain on top by 2, 39-41. We'll be back with the final 8. So 8 minutes remaining in this one, which has been a good one thus far by both teams.
Yeah, it has.
Especially considering the layoff both have probably had. 39-41 your score. Lady Devils on top. They'll return their starters. Highlands returns everyone except Olvera and Holt. So Highlanders inbound the ball. That's Jesselyn Head as she works against Ashton Yance over on the wing. Looks inside, kicks it in there. Way under the bucket, no good. Cabe with a rebound finds Hicks, and now Hicks will bring it up. She kicks it ahead to Yance, who goes baseline, spins her way back out. Left-hand shot up and off, and pulled out of there and come the other way. They find McCall, who will push the pace. Poked out by Hicks, and we got a foul call on Lindsay.
Her first.
Thankfully. Shot off. Hicks with the outlet pass, steams ahead now, crosses herself back over, shoots it up and off. Collins tries to get it, it's kicked back out. Now Lloyd will settle things for Highlands. She brings it up against Hicks. Kicked ahead to McCall. That one's poked away. Yance has got it. Kicks off her leg. Can she catch it? She does. Now it'll be tied up over there.
It's going to stay Swain ball.
And it will be Swain basketball. At the table is Sayla Roman for the first time in tonight into the game. Hicks will inbound it. She's got Cabe. She finds Yance with it. Yance tries to dribble her way around. Now looks at the block back out to Hicks, and that ball is going to be Swain basketball as it was tipped, apparently by a Highlands player. Looked like, to me, Ashton threw it, but Lindsay couldn't get to it because of the official. That one's batted and stolen by Lloyd. Cabe and Hicks double team her. She battles her way out of there, and now a foul call
late whistle again.
And that's on
Cabe,
Cabe,
her third. Man.
No 1-and-1 yet, fortunately. And Highlands will bring it across half court, zigzagging the way along. Head thought about going to the basket on Collins and does. Now walks, and it's called. Yance had the steal, though. Good help defense by Kira Shook. Swain still leads it by 2, 6:46 in your game. Off the pick of Lloyd. Now Collins works inside. Hip steps back, shoots it. And we got a foul on the floor. And that's on Lloyd for holding in the low post. She got switched off to Collins and held her. And into the game will be Hannah Holt. She's got Jesselyn Head out. Shook will inbound it. And that's batted away there by McCall. Swain basketball again.
So both teams looking for the first action, first basket of this fourth quarter.
Yeah, nobody scored yet, have they? So Hicks backs it back out against Lloyd now. Looking at Collins inside. Now she finds her, improves her angle. Just enough to get it to her. Just pulled down by McCall on the miss. Heads up play by Hicks to improve her angle to help out the pass. Shot on its way, and that's off. Cabe bounds into the play and grabs it, hands it off to Hicks. Now Hicks goes the other way, weaves her way between several Highlands players, misses the shot. Now here comes Highlands. McCall puts her head down, goes hesitation, blocked
good block by Cabe.
And rebounded by Collins. And now Cabe comes the other way, finds Hicks, step back three on its way, and it's
boom!
Good.
Knocks it down.
It's two. He calls it a two over there.
Who gave her the feed?
Cabe with a nice pass. And Swain up 43-39 now, first bucket of the fourth quarter. Inside, kicked over to the side, shot off. Collins,
jump ball,
spills to the floor over there with Green. And Ross up quickly to the scorer's table. And Shook will check out now. 5:33 left. Highlands to inbound it. Lloyd gets the pass. Now she switched off to a good matchup for her. Steps back from the three-point line. It's a two. Swain gives up position again for an easy rebound. Shot on its way. Rolls around.
Rolls out.
Yance with a rebound, and it's poked out of bounds over there by Sheila Green. It will be Swain basketball. 4-point lead now for the Lady Devils. Hicks into the front court, guarded by Lloyd. She goes off the screen, stop, pull up, pop. No good. Hicks is there, but Lloyd races in and takes it. Now goes the other way. This is an interesting race to see if she can beat Cabe. Hicks cuts her off while she's trying to do that, but it will stay Highlands basketball.
Man, I'm telling you, this has been a real matchup with these two number 12s tonight.
It has.
I'll tell you, they play a lot alike.
Excellent basketball players. Posting down on the block is fresh into the game, Sayla Roman.
Pass.
And she hits a cutting Hannah Holt for her first bucket of the night. We're back to a 2-point lead. Ross finds Yance. Yance goes to the hole.
Oh, my lands.
No call.
Whew.
So now Highlands back across with a chance to tie. Nobody picks up Holt. She drives wildly, throws it back out, rotated around to the wing. Holt three.
Knocks it down.
That's a two. So Holt ties things at 43. Now Hicks into the front court, works off the screen, stop and pop again, off. Yance tries to win the race, and that'll be out of bounds off Highlands. thanks to the Yance pressure on that rebound. So Swain will inbound it. We got a timeout for Swain right here.
They're going to be a full.
They're going to take a full. As they do that, we'll set the stage for coming activities. Again, the wrestling match on Thursday will be a big one. Robbinsville in town, first place on the line. And then, Jeff, they turn right around on Saturday and wrestle here in the Smoky Mountain Conference Tournament. So the Smoky Mountain Conference Tournament action will be right here at Swain all day Saturday. So you can come out and check out all the action.
And it'll be middle school and high school.
Middle school and high school both. So there'll be a lot going on Saturday as the Smoky Mountain Conference Tournament gets underway. That's where they will crown each weight class's champion for the Smoky Mountain Conference. So should be an exciting day of wrestling action here at Swain. We won't bring you that live. It goes on all day on 3 different mats, and it would be a real...
It'd be next to impossible.
Yeah, it would be tough to keep everybody up to date on that, but you can read all about it on maroondevils.com come Monday, so stay tuned for that one. But that should be a dandy. Hopefully we've got several wrestlers who are going to do well on that one and secure some conference championships of their own. So we're set to inbound it here. Set the stage for you. 4:21 remaining in this one. 43-43 your score. Swain basketball. Ross inbounds it to Hicks. Now Hicks works over there against Head. Pull-up, stop, jumper, misses it. And they back her all the way over to the student section and boxing her out. And now it'll be Hicks and Ross. She kicks it ahead to McCall. McCall backs it back out. They've got Head, who was open on the block. Now they look at McCall on the block. Collins moves her back out. I'd like to see her pull the chair out from under her.
Yeah, I would too. They leave her on that low block.
Yance helps, and that's going to be Swain basketball.
Yes, it is.
It's a good help defense there by Ashton Yance to cut that off. And now Swain with another chance to take a lead here. 3:45 and counting in this one. Coach Michael Turner calling the play to the wing to Ross. Yance cuts through, open. She goes all the way in.
Get in there.
That's the one time she didn't get knocked off her feet when we get a foul call. I think Ashton was a little surprised that she didn't have contact.
Hannah Holt, her first.
Ashton to the line for the first time tonight. She should have been there several times, to be honest with you.
She'll shoot 2, though.
And a chance to put Swain back on top at the scores table is...
knocks it down.
That looks like Green back into the game. And she's got Holt. And now Ashton with her second free throw, a chance to put Swain up by 2. It is good
she
as
does.
well.
2 big free throws, Ashton Yance.
So now the Highlands squad works it up. Cade picks up McCall. They avoid the screen. Now Ross has got McCall, who comfortably works it all the way from one side to the other. Now Head ball fakes, goes all the way to the hole. It's met over there by Ross and Collins. I think Bree could have got by with not reaching in there.
Yeah, she was very out of control.
And Taylor would have followed that up with an easy block. But instead, Head gets 2 free throws. It's her first trip to the line tonight. And that one doesn't go. So 45-43 remains your score. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Second one on the way, and it is good. So Hicks, who has not been out of this game yet tonight, nor has Yance, except for a few seconds there in the first half. That's to Collins. She turns
and the foul.
Good call. Good job by Taylor to spin.
35
on Roman. Taylor Collins will go back to the line where she missed her first attempt in the first half. That was
nice
good.
stroke, Taylor.
Swain back up by 2, 46-44. Now she'll have a second one. It is up.
Going to get the roll.
It goes. So a 3-point advantage now for Swain, 47-44. The Lady Devils content to let someone other than Maddie Lloyd handle the basketball, and they've got Lindsay Hicks on her, just trying to prevent her from getting the ball and letting
Holy moly.
That girl's hurt.
Wow.
There's no foul call, folks. Let's calm down. I don't know what happened, but they didn't call it. So now the Highlands squad will inbound. And she walks.
That's going to be Swain basketball.
As Bree Ross, let's see if she's okay. After all that, Swain will have the ball back, 2:55 in this one, and a 3-point lead.
So need to just work and get the best shot we can get here. We're up 3.
How about a Lindsay
How
Hicks
about a
three?
3? Oh. And a travel. Looks like we're going to get a timeout by Highlands.
Yeah.
Full.
So 2:40 remaining, 47-44 your score will be Swain basketball as we inbound it here. The cheerleaders are going to do their thing. And they're here on a Tuesday night working hard. Appreciate all that they do.
Mm-hmm.
The game at Highlands earlier this year in December that we lost was 59-49. So we're in that same scoring range. That was back in the 12th of December, so one of the first games of the season for this Lady Devil squad. Highlands guys and Swain's guys coming up on deck. They're set to get underway when they come out. Highlands 3-13 on the season, Swain 6-8. And same thing applies. It doesn't matter what Highlands' record is. Swain needs wins.
Absolutely.
To get back to 500.
We're right at that 500 mark. Got to get there and get on over it.
Give themselves a shot at getting into the playoffs.
And tomorrow would be a good opportunity for one of those big wins like you talked about over a great basketball program.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be a big, huge win, especially for the girls because Smoky Mountain's ranked in the state, but the guys as well. So Ross will inbound it here. Swain does 1-4 set, and Lindsay Hicks comes wide open and missed the layup. So come out of there to Highlands. Into the front court is Green. Passes it off to McCall. McCall puts it on the ground, goes all the way down, lays it in the head. Holt lays it in for 2, and Highlands back to 1 here. Well, you couldn't have drawn it up much prettier than that. Hicks with a tough one there. Collins with a rebound.
In and out again.
2 that have been down and rolled out. Now here comes Lloyd. She's met by 3 Swain defenders, raked out of bounds by Hicks. And we got a foul call on Lindsay, her second.
Yes.
And are we to a 1-1 yet? No.
Man, I hope those 2 looks don't come back to haunt us. Two good
Both
looks.
looked like they were down.
Whew.
And that's Holt down to Lloyd on the corner. She improves herself, goes in and lays it in. Maddie Lloyd gives her team the lead back for the first time in a long time at 48-47. Swain now needs a bucket. They got the high pick and roll working with Hicks. She blows by, lays it up and
gets
in.
A roll.
No missing on that one for Lindsay. She put that one down. Now Highlands kicks it ahead. Ross is over to get her. Lloyd's got the ball on this wing. Cabe's on her. Screen coming. Cabe works her way through it. Still on.
Could have a double
Lloyd.
team. Have a double team.
And she bounces it off Bree Ross out of bounds. 133, a 1-point lead for Swain in this one. As now we're on the seesaw score. That's close, but she got it in. So now Lloyd with it on the Swain S. She kicks it over to Green, looking at Call, posting up Hicks down low. Back over to Holt, all the way back around. She dribbles, passes it off. Inside to Lloyd. She fades away off the front rim. Cabe's got it, dribbles out with it, kicks it ahead to Yance, and timeout. Coach Michael Turner got a timeout before things spiraled out of control there.
Good call.
And he's got the ball and the clock in his favor with a 1-point lead. It's 6 fouls each, so the next foul will be 1-1. And it could very well be that Coach Turner would like to let the air out of the ball here with a minute left.
Absolutely. I mean, you got that 1-point lead. You've got a great ball handler in senior Lindsay Hicks up top. Put it in her hands. Let's see what can happen. She's got 22 big points on the night.
And she and Maddie Lloyd have had quite the duel tonight. Lloyd, an excellent ball player. I can easily foresee Maddie Lloyd being the player of the year in the Little Smoke.
Oh, yeah. She's a dandy, man. She's high energy from start to finish.
And one of the few seniors on this Highlands club, so they obviously look to her to do it all. So Swain gets it inbounded to the person they want to have it. And now Hicks will work up top against Lloyd. And it is definitely the four corners. And Cabe on the wing. She looks up top. There's Hicks back up top. And remember, folks, Swain does not have to score. They don't even have to shoot it again if they don't want to.
We're under a minute.
Hicks over to Cabe. Now they're saying foul. Her coach is telling her to foul. And timeout Swain.
Timeout.
44.7, so you can obviously see what the plan is with a 1-point lead. You don't have to shoot again to secure a win, so the only thing left to do is to make free throws from this point on.
Make free throws.
And be strong with the basketball.
That's it. You look at our free throw stats for tonight. Ashton Yant, she's 2 for 2. Lindsay's only shot 1. You got Grace Cabe 2 for 4. Taylor Collins 2 for 3. So very capable free throw shooters on the floor.
Yeah, and the key is to be strong because you may not get the foul call that you think you're going to get. They may get a rake or two in, trying to get that ball away before then. So you just got to be strong with the ball, be decisive with what you're doing, and remember, you don't have to force a shot. You don't have to go pinwheeling into the paint against 3 or 4 defenders to try to do something. It's got to be smart.
And Coach obviously knows they're going to be man-to-man right here, probably playing pretty aggressive. I could even see some type of back cut to the basket for an easy two.
Absolutely.
Just to be done with it.
Easy two, you got to go for it because it puts you up by 3 and puts all the pressure on them.
So we're going to be in a stack set here. You can look for somebody to screen up, maybe Grace roll to the basket. Let's see what happens.
Ashton Yance will trigger it for Swain. Lloyd
there she goes.
Has a hand all over Hicks, and it's stolen by Lloyd. We're down to 40 seconds and counting as she tries to reverse her way back up top. Highlands trying to call timeout and do. And that's what you worry about is not being able to come to the ball or have a strong enough pass out of that to get the ball in bounds like you want. So we'll set the stages again. 36.1 left. Swain still with a 1-point lead. Highlands will inbound from in front of their bench now. And in all likelihood, they want Maddie Lloyd to have the ball.
Oh, gosh, you've got to get the ball in number 12's hands. She's going to look to penetrate and find McCall down there on that low block. It's been kind of the McCall Lloyd show all night. Sorry about that. So I look for one of those two people to try to step up and make a big shot here.
So Swain is back into the same situation. They don't have to foul. They're ahead by 1. But they've got to play good, steady defense, stay in front of their people, and try to make this inbounds pass as hard as they can.
Yeah, and it is 6-6 on the foul. So if we do commit one, it will be a 1-and-1 situation. So something to think about there, too.
At this juncture, Swain leads it by 1. The men's game will be coming up after this. We'll have it for you here on MaroonDevils.com, the Maroon Devils Network. Your spot and your source for Maroon Devils action all year long. And now it will be underneath. That's an interesting place to inbound the ball when the timeout was out here.
Yeah, it was out here.
So I don't understand that exactly, but we'll defend it or try. And somebody's lost number 40, and Lloyd improves herself immediately. Hicks picks her back up. We're to 30 seconds and counting.
It's almost a 5-second call. Nope.
And that's poked out by Cade.
Grace Cade.
Main Highlands basketball. 24.7 seconds. At this point, Swain cannot fall asleep and lose people, and they just did. That shot is off. Collins with a huge rebound, rips it out. Timeout.
Stay strong, stay strong.
And there's a foul. We got the foul. So Collins will shoot 1-and-1 with the biggest rebound of the night.
Number 12, too. 12 big rebounds.
That will be, if Taylor can still see, that will be a 1-and-1. She's checking her eye right now to make sure it's still in the socket. And they have got a timeout. Highlands does. Time is 19 seconds left. And Taylor Collins will shoot the 1-and-1. It's not 2, but it's 1-and-1. And then Swain has to make sure that they don't get themselves in a 3-on-2, 2-on-1 type situation with Highlands pushing the ball back.
Absolutely. I'm interested to see if she hits this first one, if Coach decides to maybe back him up a little bit or what he's going to do with his defense here just so that does not happen. Because really that's been the way they've scored a lot of their points tonight, is just beating us back into transition.
So Taylor Collins will shoot a 1-and-1. She's still checking her left eye to make sure it's in its socket. You can see it there on the screen that she got scratched right underneath that eye on her cheek, and she will, as we say, shoot the 1-and-1. Yance and Cabe are in the brackets there in the paint to try to get a rebound. Hicks will pick up Lloyd. She's already got her. That first one is off. Rebounded by Highlands. And they
right to Grace Cabe.
Grace dribbles out frantically. now reverses and holds on as she is fouled.
Wow.
So Cabe will shoot 1 and 1 now. And that's on number 10.
Number 10, Holt.
Still 1 and 1. Grace to the line now. 12.5 left. 1 point lead. Swain clings to. That one's off.
There's Bree Ross. It's going to stay Swain ball, Coach.
And we got to tie it up, but it's Swain basketball.
Huge rebound by Bree Ross to tie up.
And Turner, Coach Michael Turner, another timeout. 10.5 now, and now it just means get the ball in bounds at this point.
Get it in. And right here, he's obviously going to design something to get the ball in number 12's hands. You
Absolutely.
want her to get fouled. Bottom line.
Yeah,
Bottom line.
There's a foul forthcoming. You want to try to get the ball to Lindsay in that case, and then you want to take advantage and be alert in the instance that they have 2 to 3 people on Lindsay and leave somebody standing wide open. It's quite possible at that this juncture in the game. It's been a dandy, folks. It's a 1 point lead, 49-48, 10.5 seconds left. I'm not sure that many of our fans out there would consider this an upset, but it is an upset if these Lady Devils hang on and win.
Yes, it is. And I'm trying to watch Coach there and his strategy. Looks like we're going to get another stack set here on the side or underneath there. And look like I saw a couple screens. I'm sure those are for number 12, just trying to free her up any way possible. Stack across, 1-4 look.
And it'll be Ross to inbound it. Lindsay Hicks directs traffic, gets everybody situated back over. Lloyd will guard her.
Probably get a screen from Cabe. Lindsay coming to the corner. And there it comes. Right to Cabe. The same play we had drew up a minute ago for Lindsay. And holy cow.
Grace tried to reach and grab it instead of just letting it go. 8.1 left. Highlands with a chance now to inbound.
8 seconds, 7.
So Olvera will try to dribble it up.
And
we
she
got to
walks.
travel.
Holy cow, 4.7 to go.
And to be honest with you, that was really smart on Michael Turner's part. He told Bree Ross to let her go and let that girl get the ball as an inexperienced ball handler and then apply the pressure.
And it paid off in a big way.
Bree let her go.
There's Grace again. Just come get it. Just hang on, Grace. Hang on.
And there's no time left. There's no time to stop the clock. Let's see if they put time back on. That'll be the only thing about it. They're saying no.
Is that ball game?
I don't know. We're not getting much of a signal from the officials. They're shaking hands, though. I don't know what we got.
I'm afraid there should be a little bit on there, but I'm hoping not.
Well, I'm going to call it a game because we've shook hands. That makes it official.
Let's do it. Ball game. 49-48, your Lady Devils.
They're still talking about it, though, folks, so just stay tuned.
Well, guys, you got to give us something. I guess that's ball game. They're walking off the court.
We can give that one to the Swain High cheerleaders.
Wow, big win. Coach Michael Turner and these Lady Devils. Wow, what another valiant effort on their part.
It's tremendous.
Just unbelievable.
And undermanned again. These Lady Devils come up big again. It's becoming a trend, and it's great to see these young ladies growing up right in front of our eyes.
Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of times this doesn't get the due it deserves, but I'm telling you what, Coach Michael Turner, he's a phenomenal basketball coach. The positions he put these Lady Devils in to get wins is unbelievable, and the play calls he has and just the strategy he uses. It's unbelievable what he's getting out of these girls right now.
Absolutely, and a big win here tonight as we turned it an upset, but a big win for these Lady Devils to get one over first-place Highlands. So we'll be back with the men's action here in just a few moments. Stay tuned.
Number 1, Dimitri Smith. Number 10, Drew Chalker. Number 13, Jake Billingsley. Number 22, Dylan Schmidt. And number 24, Madison Yates. So we're here, fans, ready for the tip-off for tonight's men's game as we come into this one. Swain 6-8, Highlands 3-13. Maroon Devils, of course, if you watch the girls' game, know have been off since most of last week for the better part. Not even been able to practice a whole lot, to be totally honest with you. And two of these young men were not even in town to practice.
Yeah, that's right.
Briar Yance and Seth Parker were playing in the
playing a little football
in the All-Star game over in Sevierville, and they both did a magnificent job along with Brody Bowman and who was our other one? Holden Petty.
Holden Petty, kicker.
So a tremendous job by those folks and Coach B, who was helping out coaching-wise over there with that All-Star game. So Parker to jump it up against Drew Chalker, and it will be Swain. Waldrop controls it, and we got another jump ball just like that. So it will be Swain Highlands basketball, and we're 3 seconds into this one. So Highlands to inbound it, Swain full court pressure. They kick it in to Chalker. He dribbles it, kicks it over, tipped, but Dimitri Smith able to control that one underneath. And Matson Gates puts the Highlanders on the board first. Southard's across to Parker up top. Parker improves his dribble over to Waldrop on the wing. Bradley with the pick. Waldrop back to him, bounces off Zeke's foot. He couldn't control it. Highlands comes up with it. Dylan Schmidt collects the aired pass. Smith into the front court now. Smith will work against Waldrop as Swain will play man-to-man. Smith goes into the paint, kicks it to the wing. Shot on the way by Schmidt is up and off. Bradley with it, poked away, and Yance has got it ahead to Parker. Seth up and in with it. So
way to
Seth
run the floor.
Yance pass, and Seth ties it up at 2. We're 7-10 in this one. Swain trying to dictate a little bit of the pace. Yance with a couple of reach-ins, but no good go there. They go inside to their big man. It's poked away down there, and Jesse Waldrop comes up with it. Southard's ahead to Yance. Yance has got a clear look at a three. It's on its way.
Boom! Knocks it down.
So Briar Yance on the board. Swain up 5-2, 6:48 in counting. Schmidt behind his back loses his dribble. Now Southers digs at it. He's got a timeout. And right off the bat, there'll be a 30-second timeout by Highlands. And Swain up 5-2 in this one early on. If you're just joining us, the Lady Devils come away with a thrilling 49-48 win in that first contest of the night to avenge an earlier loss at Highlands. And this one was a win for the Maroon Devils at Highlands, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And now they will seek to sweep the season series from the Highlanders. So it'll be Highlands ball. Inbounding will be Jake Billingsley, a junior. He's underneath there.
Schmidt and Smith will be the recipients. Smith, the ball handler, gets it. He kicks it ahead to Schmidt, who works it up. Thought about it. Ball fake right on by and
knocks
up
it
and in.
down.
Chalker makes good on that one. Southard's over to Bradley, finds Yance. Yance will take the three. He's hot.
Boom! Knocks it down. Nothing but net.
Take it and make it. 6 points for Breyer off the bat. 8-4 Maroon Devils. Schmidt weaves his way in.
Nice no-look pass.
And Zeke with the foul. Let's hope everybody's all right from that one.
Ooh.
Zeke went for the pump fake, and there's nothing left to do than that one. You can't bail out once you've committed.
I'm glad that's a big-bodied kid.
Yeah,
that would have hurt most people.
First foul of the night, and that was going to be on Zeke. So to the line will be Matson Gates. He misses the first one. And we'll have a second one for his troubles now. That one is up and good. So Gates makes 1 of 2. Southern steams the other way. Behind the back, over to Bradley. Bradley pump fakes a 3, weaves his way in, fade away.
And it's going to roll out.
Would have had the 3, but he'll have to go to the line and earn it. That one's on Gates.
He is first.
So Zeke goes to the line where he shoots 60% on the season. And that first one is good. Zeke now with a second one on the plate. He is now averaging a double-double on the season, 13 points, 10 rebounds for the Maroon Devils. The 6'5 junior forward.
Good
and he
stroke.
Makes good on that one, too. He's probably up in all the other categories as well, and assists as well as steals and blocked shots, but I didn't check those. So Schmidt works over there off the Matson pick. It skitters off his hands. Now Waldrop pokes away at it and comes away with a steal. Southards with his head up, looks up court. Yance is open in the corner, but he backs off, shoots it over to Waldrop to Parker on the wing. Parker looks at the screen now. Ball fakes, drives in, finds Yance with it. Breyer will
better
take
not
that.
give him any room. Knocks it down. Breyer Yance.
Breyer is feeling
Woo.
it tonight. And I truly believe, Jeff, and I know you and I have talked about it off air before, but I believe he's the guy that has to make these Maroon Devils go.
Oh, he's the straw that stirs the drink, so to say. He can do it all.
That one rebounded but blocked quickly by Bradley, but he has nowhere to go with it as he's falling out of bounds. 3 on the way from Chalker. It's off. Southern gives it up, and tracking it down was Billingsley. He's back out to Schmidt. Now they'll reset their offense. Billingsley, or check that, Smith quickly around. Ball fake underneath. Parker steps in. But Matson Gates has got it, and a quick foul. Let's see if that's on Waldrop or Bradley.
And it's on Waldrop. Jesse's first.
Bradley Vestal at the line, or at the scorer's table, rather. At the free throw line is Matson Gates.
1 of 2 last time.
Got that one. And also into the lineup is Dustin Gerhardt for the Highlanders. He's got Dylan Schmidt. So Matson Gates will shoot again. Gates, a 6'3 junior for the Highlanders. He's got the second one. And so now Swain brings it up, leading 13-7. Southern works against Gerhardt, who just checked into the game. Over to Yance, who they now have a keen awareness of where he's at on the court.
When he crosses that half-court line, they better find him.
Bradley tries to drive, has it stripped away there. Vestal tries to take it back. Schmidt on the wing goes all the way across court, just over Yance's hands. Wraparound pass, Bradley on the defensive end.
Dude, that big man's working hard.
He goes hard to the glass and makes the left-handed shot. So
7 points.
Back to a 4-point lead. Waldrop with it on the swing over to Vestal just into the game. Vestal looks inside. Bradley comes, has it raked away, and tries to shoot it, but it goes off the stanchion. No call, and now he's called for being out of bounds. Zeke working just as hard down there. Got no calls, and it will be Highlands basketball. As now Dimitri Smith will work it up court. He'll be picked up by Southers as he crosses the midcourt. And Highlands sets up in a box formation here, and Schmidt, he goes to the lane and just throws it up wildly. Zeke Bradley's got that long outlet pass. Yance can't get it, but it looked like it was tipped by Highlands, and they will, in fact, get the call. So Billingsley inbounds, and Dimitri Smith will work his way up court again. Trying to set the Highlands offense. Double high screens coming the way, and Smith goes all the way to the bucket. Bradley gets a piece of that, and Yance rebounds it behind the back pass from Southards. Vestal couldn't finish that off. So Vestal will go to the line for a pair where he's shooting 62% on the season.
Foul on number 10, Drew Chalker.
Vestal still with that interesting stroke of his where he takes the pass from the official, walks up to the line and shoots it without dribbling. Makes good on both of those.
Knocks them down.
So you can't criticize the stroke if it's
whatever
going
it
in,
takes. Right? That's right.
15-9, Maroon Devils on top here. Schmidt works it on the top, looking for a screen from Billingsley. Now he just goes by Yance, spills to the floor. 3 on its way,
Knocks
and that's a 3 from Dustin Gerhardt, fresh into the ball game. So 3-point lead by the Maroon Devils. Yance catches that one in the back of the end zone.
Got both feet down.
He got both feet down, but when he turned to try to step, he stepped out of bounds. Highlands will attempt to pull them one or tie this game now. As Schmidt crosses into midcourt. Gerhardt running off a bevy of screens, comes all the way to the top to get it. Vestal's there. Yance and Vestal switch now. Schmidt on the drive, backs it back out. Parker back up off the Swain bench coming in. Here's Gates again going to the bucket. Yance couldn't, or check that, Bradley couldn't get it. They pass it ahead to Yance, who gets an easy layup off the Vestal pass and the Bradley rebound, 17-12. Now your score, 2:33 remaining before the end of the first period. Schmidt directs traffic. Now he puts the ball on the floor.
Well, they got him for a carry.
Hunter Call also up, and he's into the game for the first time for Jesse Waldron. Gage Southards also takes a break, and now Bradley Vestal asks somebody to come help him get the ball up court. Yance passes it back to Vestal. They kick it to Parker over to Call. They look inside to Bradley. Now Call goes with his left hand, kicks it to Bradley. Bradley goes up with it, but he's fouled before he shot it. It'll be out underneath, so that foul is going to be on 10.
Number 10, that's Chalker, his second.
Quickly off the bench is Garrison Chalker for the Highlands squad.
Chalker for Chalker.
So Bradley Vestal will inbound it from just under the Swain basket now. He finds Parker. Parker ball fakes it, goes in, spins, got a little contact but couldn't get that to go, and Schmidt comes down with it. So now Schmidt will bring it into the front court. And obviously businesses have suffered a little bit since the last hairdresser in town moved out for Highlands. They suffered a little business loss. And that foul is on 21, I believe, Garrison Chalker.
Sorry. That was a good one, Coach.
Thanks. 1:48 remaining in this first quarter. Vestal on the backdoor cut.
A little push off, back into him, and one. And they're going to get it.
Vestal's got that bucket.
Wow.
And he'll go to the line. The foul was on. Who's that foul?
Number 1, Dimitri Schmidt.
Jack Stuckey quickly off the Swain bench, and he's going to get Bradley. And now Vestal will shoot where he goes back to the line, 2 and 2.
Knocks it down.
3 of 3.
So 20-12.
Here comes Gerhardt up. Nobody checks him, so Stuckey steps out on him, running 100 by Gerhardt, who's shown a flair for putting the ball in the hole since entering with 5 quick points off of the Highlands bench. Vestal works hard against Schmidt, kicks it over to Hunter Call to Yance in the wing. Yance finds Parker. Parker fade away. Call tried to get it, was shoved out of the way, and now they'll dig at it but can't get it out. Schmidt now realizes he has a lot of blue jerseys ahead, and that pass just out of the reach of Garrison Chalker. Jacob Waldrop to the table. He's got called quickly back out of the game. Obviously something Coach Scotty McMahon did not like about Hunter Call's brief appearance in this game. Vestal will work the right side, bring it up. Parker in the middle. Yance up top. Waldrop comes out, takes the pass. He looks inside. Yance
Nice
cuts,
give and
lays
go.
it up, doesn't get it to go. That one's pulled out of there by Schmidt again. We're under a minute, 20-14 your score. And Schmidt cruises along. Nobody picks him up. Mid-range jumper on its way, and it bounds out of there. Punched.
It's going to stay Highlands.
It'll be off of Vestal. Jonathan Miller, a sophomore, off of the Highlands bench. He'll check in for Madison Gates.
Good work by the big man there.
And Southern
Gates
doesn't get to the table in time to get in. I assume he was probably coming for Yance. That
Good
was
block,
blocked
Seth
easily
Parker.
by Parker. Vestal comes the other way with it. He's got a red-hot Briar Yance on the wing.
He takes it from the S.
Three. That one's off, but Parker's right there to stick it back in. Good rebound by Seth. Never brought the ball down, just stuck it right back in the hole. That's what you love to see out of those post players, not bringing it down. So now Schmidt goes around Vestal, pulls back up, goes inside. Shot is off. Yance comes down with it. Now he's costed underneath, and we got a foul. Let's see who that's on. It's on
Number
13. That's Billingsley. Highlands steaming quickly to a 1-and-1 situation here.
Yep. 6-2.
Logan Houston into the Highlander lineup. Jack Stuckey will now inbound to Vestal. Vestal brings it up the left side. He's got Waldrop in the corner. Back up top to Stuckey. Stuckey to Yance. We're at 12 and counting. That's where they want the ball, is in Breyer's hands. Fading one-hander out. Off, dug out of there by Waldrop, who clearly kicked it, no call. Yance pulls it away, and in rolling out of the way is called for the travel. Good hustle by Breyer to get on the floor. 1.8 left in your first period of play. The Maroon Devils have a productive quarter with 22 points here in the opening 8 minutes.
Don't foul.
To Schmidt, he's going to let time run out, and he does. That's going to do your first quarter of play with the Maroon Devils leading it 22-14. So we're set to open play here in the second quarter, and it looks as though it will be Swain basketball. Swain will return with their starters on the floor. Highlands returns with the same 5 that ended the quarter. Southern's inbounds to Bradley, who brings it across to Waldrop to set a play. Parker looks like he's going to screen, and does, for Waldrop. Waldrop moves it around. Now Bradley's got it. He goes hard to the hole.
Hard
and makes
move.
it. I like the decisiveness of that one.
I think he's tired of getting hacked on the arm. He's just going to go as strong as he can up to the rim, which that's what he needs to do.
Well, that is impossible to defend. Demetrius Smith with a Curry-esque 3 attempt there, and he doesn't get it to go. Now he goes all the way through, batted. Gerhardt tracks it down, and now tries to kick it inside. Seth Parker steps in with a good steal, and Smith steps right back in for another steal on his part. Dipsy-do around, doesn't get it. Parker's got the rebound, though. Southern charges ahead now over to Parker on the other side. Waldrop's got it on this side. Double screen coming. Waldrop turns the corner, goes all the way to the hole, and it's got an offensive foul on Jesse Waldrop. So that basket will not count. It'll be the second foul on Waldrop. Back into the lineup is Schmidt and Gates for the Highlands squad. And that will be Gerhardt inbounding to Schmidt. Schmidt works it up over there against Gage Southerns. Let's see if they go back inside to Matson Gates, who's one of their more productive players there in the first period. Gerhardt's clean look at a 3. Takes it, misses it. Parker with another rebound. He finds Southerns. Southerns behind the back into the front court. Almost loses the handle, but regains it. Waldrop over on that wing, and now a pick and roll. Waldrop 3 on the way. It's off. Rebounded by Gerhardt, and now Schmidt will bring it up. 24-14, 10-point lead for the Maroon Devils. Schmidt weaves the ball over on the corner to hit Miller, who goes all the way around and gets that one to fall. So Jonathan Miller with his first bucket of the night. And that one thrown without looking. Yance was not looking, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Highlands basketball. Gerhardt inbounds to Schmidt. Schmidt will work it up now. Southards will pick him up. Schmidt goes right by. Behind the back pass. Blocked again by Bradley. Now we spill to the floor, and we've got a foul. What have we got? We got a foul. We do have a foul. That's going to be on Gage Southards.
Holy cow. Gage is first. Coach asking for an explanation of that, and I don't blame him.
Dimitri Schmidt will inbound the ball. Smith, rather, will inbound the ball. That shot is up and off. Yance with the rebound. Miller with that shot misses it. Yance into the front court. Hesitates, goes by Miller all the way to the hole. Tries to lay it up and in. We got a block on the play.
So Breyer taking it right to the big man. That should be Gates' second.
And at the scorer's table is Jake Billingsley. Yance will go to the line for the first time tonight, but he is, as he misses that one and jinxes what I say, the Maroon Devils' top free throw shooter at 73%. Misses that one, though. Has a game-high 11 so far and a red-hot first quarter on his resume. That one's up and good. Very softly done. Now 12 for the senior. And Smith into the front court for Highlands. Over to the wing to Miller. Miller dribbles through. Smith thought about it. Gerhardt in the corner does. 3 on the way. There's Bradley with a rebound. He takes it on his own. Almost carried it. Back to Bradley in the corner. Now he goes hard to the hole. Drops it for Parker. Parker one dribble. Lays it up and off. Bradley with a rebound. Clears out.
And one.
And they're going to get him with an offensive foul, Jeff.
Unbelievable. Whew. Zeke's second.
Said he pushed off with the elbow. Bradley Vestal quickly off the Swain bench, but not in time to get into the game. Bradley now with 2 fouls. Jesse Weldrup with 2 fouls.
That's a walk. Drug that foot. He got him.
And they got that, so Vestal will check in. He's got Zeke, who sits down with two fouls. They missed each other on slapping 5 twice. And so now they will inbound and work the ball up. Waldrop off the Southards pass. Yance over on the wing, back to Waldrop. He goes up and is fouled on the play. At 2 shots, that's on 10. Chalker, who's just back into this ball. He's not even out there. So who did he call that on?
I do not know.
Okay.
Number 1 is who they've got on the scoreboard.
Waldrop makes his first one and extends the lead back to 10 for the Maroon Devils.
Guess number 1, Coach.
And now that one's off. Vestal tracks it down, goes right back to Waldrop, who puts it right back up and misses it, though. And that one's pulled down by Miller. He'll hand it off to Smith now, who brings it up. Smith step-back jumper on its way.
Ooh, that didn't take long.
So Dimitri Smith puts that one in the hole, and he's on the board for the first time. Now Southards works over there. Yance at the 10-foot line. Inside to Parker. Parker tries to work his way through, throws it up, no foul call to help him out there. Now the other way comes Dylan Schmidt. He pulls it back out, hands it off to Miller. Inside, Schmidt with a mid-range jumper from the baseline. Vestal loses it out of bounds, and Zeke Bradley's back up. He's got Seth Parker. Do notice, Jeff, that one of the first times I've seen Seth is without his knee brace tonight, so that's good news.
I didn't notice. That is good news.
That Seth has got cleared to go ahead and play unrestricted, and that's just magnificent news. If you followed us all year long, you know that he injured it early on in the football season, and you guys were without him the majority of the season.
Killed us.
And it hurts because he is a top-notch receiver. Gerhardt with the runner is off. Bradley with it. Kicks it out to Waldrop. It's 1-on-3. Jesse goes ahead with it.
Hey, good move.
Gets that to go. Good job, Jesse, being aggressive. Gets that to go. Timeout Highlands as it's a 10-point advantage, 28-18.
You want a drink? Kind of worth noting, too, I'll throw this in. I do know that Seth and Brody Bowman are going over January the 27th on an official visit over to Carson-Newman University. So both guys are excited about that, looking for, some possibilities over there. They told Brody back in the summer they for sure wanted him on the team, and they're very high on Seth, so keeping our fingers crossed for those two young men.
Absolutely, and I do know from talking to Neil Blankenship about the bowl game that Carson-Newman paid a visit with their coaching staff and had a little time to talk to Brody and Seth at that bowl game. So that was a positive news as well in terms of them being able to continue playing if that's what they wish to do.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have three of our guys over there in one spot.
Absolutely. And it's a
nice.
great fit, and you know as well as anybody that once you get your foot in that door and open up that pipeline, so to speak, and they begin to understand that your kids can play their system and are good for your system, you're going to be sending people over there.
Especially when you run the exact same thing, so that always helps.
It makes a tremendous difference to know that, and hopefully we've opened up some kind of pipeline over there where our kids will get looks by Carson-Newman, and if they're good enough to play at that level, they get that opportunity.
I hope so. Pulling hard for them.
Breyer, of course, another one that can, in all likelihood, play at that level should he choose to do that. I don't know what the young man wants to do. I think there's some possibilities for him there in that sport as well as perhaps this sport. When you go to school and begin to do just that sport all the time, you just explode and get better and better. So
there are, and he's excited about engineering. He actually got accepted to West Virginia University a couple weeks ago, so he's excited about that possibility too. So that's big news.
Absolutely, that's more important than sports news. If he can go and do that, more power to him. I hope he does. Another good shot there by Dimitri Smith as he's starting to turn it on offensively a little bit for the Highlands squad. They're back to within 8 here now. Waldrop and Southard's Call's got the ball on that side. He goes aggressive to the hole, and Waldrop gets the rebound and sticks it back in. Smith into the front court now. And it goes out front to Gerhardt, who's got Bradley Vestal on him like a suit. That shot's off. Bradley pulls that one down and somehow throws an outlet pass to Vestal. I'm not sure, number one, how he saw it. And number two, I'm not sure how he threw it. That was a heck of a job by Zeke Bradley. Zeke only has 4 points, but that's the kind of thing he does that helps this team out so much.
Well, he's got 2 assists, 2 blocks, 7 rebounds, 4 points.
He fills up the stat sheet. So now Smith will reset. We're at 2:34 and counting in the first half. Smith step back jumper. He's been red hot.
Man, he's feeling it.
Nails another one.
He's quick with that basketball, man. He's hard to defend.
It's a good step back shot he's got there too. Waldrop over to Vestal on this wing. He fires it back to Waldrop. Punched away by Miller. It'll be out of bounds.
I just wonder, I don't know if you remember this name. When I was coaching, Highlands had a dandy little point guard. His name was Alex Schmidt.
I do.
He's number 22. He is a little lefty and plays just like this kid. I'll bet they're brothers, first cousins, something.
I think you're probably right. There's a steal by Gerhardt. Call challenges, but wisely does not foul him, and Gerhardt lays it in and cuts this lead back to 8 again. They can't seem to get off the 8-10 bubble, this Highlands team, and that's good for the Maroon Devils. Southard's to Bradley. Bradley will work. Ball fake. Contact. No foul, and it's out of bounds.
That was body contact. He's right on that one.
So 148 now. Highlands with a chance to cut it to 6. Highlands has cut into this lead without having Matson Gates on the floor, who has been their most productive player in this first half. There's Gerhardt. He misses the shot. Waldrop another rebound. Jesse passes it ahead to Vestal. Vestal spins his way out of there. Turnaround jumper off the glass. No good. Waldrop almost another rebound but couldn't hang on. And Jack Stuckey comes in for Bradley here to give Zeke a break right before the half. 1:24 left so that he doesn't commit that third foul. And Call checks back out. Yaunt's back in. So inbounded now. Smith will work it up court. He'll work off of the screen, step back, thought about it. Gerhardt does take it and make it.
He's been something off the bench.
He has been that off the bench.
10 big points. Wow.
So timeout by Swain, and we'll stay here with you. It's 32-27. Highlands has cut this thing back to 5 now. And 1:10 remaining. It'll be a full timeout. We'll still stay here with you. Set the stages for you a little bit for coming up action. And we've got wrestling action, a big one on Thursday as Robbinsville comes to town. First place on the line is actually conference championship on the line, as it's the last match of the conference season. And we'll set the stage for who's going to be top seed going into the team duels for the playoffs.
Yeah, and you and I were talking earlier off the air, talking with some of those coaches. They have this thing down to a science. They have it figured out. Almost the exact match. I was told today if they can win one of a handful of 3 or 4 or 5 matches, that'll about guarantee the win. But if they don't, it could be a 10-point swing to Robbinsville's way. So it's amazing how they do that. But bottom line, it's going to be very close. Either way.
It should be the closest in years,
yes,
to be honest with you. And obviously one of the closest, not the closest, our wrestling program's ever been a part of. And a chance to win a conference championship. Not something that they've not done before. We have. But still, Robbinsville's defending state 1A dual team champions. So a win over them puts you in good standing to maybe do some special things in the playoffs.
Yes, it does.
So back to action here with the Maroon Devils. It's 58.9 seconds before halftime. That ball punched out of bounds, and Swain will inbound it from underneath there. Southards to do the honors. He looks for Yance, now finds Vestal up top against Smith. Vestal to the hole, and he is fouled on the floor. That'll be, if that's Dimitri
number 1.
Smith, and that's 3.
I've got 3.
That's big.
Yes, it's big. He's been the engine so far, especially this second quarter.
Yeah, he's been big. And if that's the case, he's got 3. They're going to have to take him out. That'll be interesting to see who handles the basketball for them. He's pretty much exclusively done it here in this first half. Vestal goes back to the line where he's 3 of 3.
It is 3.
And he'll shoot a 1-and-1 now.
Yeah, get ready. It'll be shot quick.
And that one's off. Stuckey saves it, but he can't bounce it off of Miller. And now it'll be Gerhardt who brings it up for Highlands. Gerhardt working with his left hand as he's left-handed. That's to the cutter. Miller, shot up, rolls around and out. Parker with a rebound. Clears it, 36 seconds left. Stuckey races to the corner. He's there, puts the ball on the floor, goes baseline up.
Good strong move, Jack Stuckey.
Jack Stuckey with 2 there. Good strong move, aggressive move to the bucket. And Stuckey's on the board himself. 7-point Maroon Devil lead now. That's Jake Billingsley going to the hole. Parker's there to interrupt it. Then it's
should be Swain,
and it is Swain basketball. And now Highland's going to go with some full-court pressure.
Got 18 seconds.
In the short clock time, ahead to Yance. He goes to the middle, kicks it to the corner and let it a little bit too much for Parker, who wasn't expecting to have to track that one down. It'll be 14 seconds in Highlands basketball. Still a 7-point bulge for the Maroon Devils. Vestal picks up Gerhardt as the two of them work their way across midcourt. That's Chalker, Garrison Chalker. Back to Miller. Back
down to 2 seconds.
Schmidt.
Down to 1.
There's a shot. Good if it goes, and it goes. That's from Garrison Chalker. And that's his first bucket of the night, and it goes and counts right before the half. And it's 34-29 in favor of the Maroon Devils. We'll be back for second half action. Second half action ready to come your way now. It'll be Highlands basketball as we open things up. And Swain has let their lead dwindle down to 5 right before the end of that first half with the jump shot that went right as the buzzer sounded. And back in the ballgame is Dimitri Smith. He'll control the action for Highlands, and he has 3 fouls. So that's a storyline coming in. He finds the right man open. That one's off. Blocked again by Waldrop, again by Highlands, and finally Matson Gates has got that bucket. Yance fumbles away a 3 attempt, now finds Parker inside. He had and that's back out to Southardge. Southardge first 3 of the night rattles in and out. Parker can't hang on to it, and they crash to the floor trying to save it, and it'll be a jump ball called.
The Swain ball.
I believe that's going to remain with Swain underneath there, so good job by Seth maintaining that possession. Southardge will inbound now. 3-point lead for the Maroon Devils. He gets it into Bradley. Bradley fakes a 3. It's picked up out there by Gates. Now puts it on the floor, goes all the way to the hole, and it's offensive foul on Bradley. That's his 3rd by my count.
It is 3, Coach. Sure is.
So a chance now for Highlands to pull within 1 or tie this game on this possession. Parker switches off on Smith. That goes inside. Bradley easily with the steal. He goes ball on the floor, crosses over, goes all the way to the hole and misses it. Parker has it come down and it'll go out of bounds. Highlands basketball. So again, Highlands with another opportunity here to pull within 1 or tie this thing up.
Here comes that double screen at the top.
Southern just tacked on there. They pass it off. Bradley again gets that one, but it bounces on the inline, so it'll be Highlands basketball. 6:45 in your 3rd period of play. Highlands to inbound it from underneath their own basket. That comes right back to Dimitri Smith. And he directs traffic, moving players out, so he can go one-on-one with Bradley. And
he knocks it down.
He knocks down the little fadeaway. Dimitri Smith has a nice step-back jump shot.
He does. That's good recognition, too, with Zeke on him. Knows he's got 3 fouls. He's got to play off of him.
And Bradley misses that one, short on that one. It comes up to Drew Chalker, who hands it off to Smith. Smith gets over on the switch. Bradley doesn't turn around. Now he goes all the way in, lays it off the front of the glass. Southardge with the rebound, though, and lays it in. So Gage Southard's first basket of the night comes at the 5:55 mark in the 3rd period. 36-33 now, Maroon Devils. Chalker blows by, loses control of that. It goes out of bounds to Swain, so Parker will inbound it to Gage Southardge. Dylan Schmidt awaits him to pick him up full court. Pass over to Parker to the corner to Yance. Yance ball fakes on Smith. Comes around the screen. Floater for Breyer. It's off, but he tracks down his own shot.
And loses it out of bounds.
Out of bounds. It will be Highlands basketball. 5:34, 36-33 in favor of the Maroon Devils. Dimitri Smith brings it into the front court. Now looks to set the offense. He goes to his right around Waldrop, back over to Chalker. He puts his head down and goes, and that one's up and off. Yance with it. Now he'll lead the break for Swain. Coming down, he kicks it over to Southardge at the 3-point line. Back to Waldrop at the 3-point line. Waldrop swings it to Bradley. Bradley ball fakes inside of Parker, but can't get there. So that ball skitters out of bounds. It will be Highlands basketball again. And Gerhardt comes to the table, but he's late and can't get in. Dustin Gerhardt came off the bench and gave the Highlands squad a big boost in the first half.
Yes, he did. Good left-hander.
Chalker on the wing against Bradley. He crisscrosses over, fade away on its way.
What a shot.
Highlands must work on fadeaway jump shots a lot.
Those step backs, man, they're good at them.
They have nailed them.
Woo.
4 off the Swain bench.
I think coach has seen enough of this.
I think that would be a sign of displeasure by Coach Scotty McMahon. Briar Yance deep three.
He answers.
And he answers again. His 4th three of the night. Puts the Maroon Devils back up by 4 and leaves Highlands shaking their head on what else they can do to stop Briar Yance.
I don't know at that point who coach was going to leave on the floor, but I bet now it's get them all but Briar.
And Smith is caught taking
Let's see what happens.
Waldrop for Waldrop. That one was easy. Stuckey for Bradley. Vestal. Yep, you guessed it.
I believe I'm. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Leaving Waldrop.
And now immediately, Highlands decides to pressure. Vestal kicks it ahead to Jacob Waldrop. Couldn't fit that pass through, and now the Highlands squad with 4 minutes to go comes back up court. And that's Smith going to the hole. He passes to Gerhardt, 3 on the way, and Gerhardt knocks it down.
13 points for Gerhardt.
And Vestal works hard to get up court, steps
He's out of bounds. So 39-38 with 3:49 remaining. Highlands will inbound now, looking to take their first lead of the night here in the 3rd period. Gerhardt with it, works against Vestal. Vestal prying it away in there, has a jump ball, no call. That spills off Gerhardt, out of bounds, and Jesse Waldrop comes back and gets it. Now we'll steam the other way. Vestal with it now, crosses midcourt over to Waldrop. That ball kicked, and it will be a kicked ball. Swain will inbound it from over here in front of their bench. Jack Stuckey will do the honors. Highlands went to a 2-3 zone now with Briar and the gang out of the ball game.
Call switches over, goes baseline, dumps it to Waldrop. Backs his way in, misses the shot. Matson with the rebound. Smith all the way to the bucket. Floater off. Call with a rebound. He loses it, but Waldrop with it. Now Call's got it back. A lot of loose ball play there. Call with it, steps into a 3. It's off. Matson with the rebound. He's got it to Gerhardt. They slow things down now with another chance to take the lead. He wanted Gerhardt to pass it over to Smith, and he lost the handle, and instead it'll be a foul on Dylan Schmidt.
Be his first. Highlands now applying some full court pressure.
Stuckey hands it into Vestal, who works his way in, dumps it off to Waldrop. That's Jacob. And that ball out of bounds. And so now all 4 of the others back in. This 4 hasn't made him any happier than the other 4. If he had a third 4, I think they'd be up.
Too.
And now Smith brings it across. They're looking at Gates down on the block against Stuckey. He
Good
spins
footwork.
his way in.
Wow.
He got that one. Whew. So first lead of the night for Highlands at 40-39. Waldrop is pushed, and that will be on Gates. His third. That's a good thing.
Yes, it is. I'll give that big man credit, man. He spent some time in the gym working on his feet. He's got phenomenal footwork around that block for a big guy. He don't just turn and bull his way. He knows what he's trying to do.
Jonathan Miller is in for Gates, who has that third foul, and for Swain, it is Vestal who stays now. Yance with another long-range 3. Vestal with a rebound, puts it up, misses it. Parker with a rebound.
Get in there, and one.
Counts, and that foul is on Dimitri Smith. That's big.
Ooh, that's number 4. Bradley. So Schmidt with 4 and Gates with 3. That's huge.
So they get the sub. It'll be Chalker in for Smith. That's a big 4th foul. Parker will shoot 1. I won't tell you what Seth's free throw percentage is, but it's better than it was.
That improves it.
So, and now Gerhardt controls the ball again. Vestal will guard him. That's Chalker on the wing against Parker. He beats Parker. Bradley with the help, and then Parker strips it away and finds Bradley, who steams up court. Kicks it over to Yance. Yance had a clean look, improves his position, takes it, rattles around and off Parker.
There's
another
Seth.
Rebound. And he is fouled again, an instance where Parker did not bring that ball down. He just shot it from where it was, and he is grabbed by Jonathan Miller. Miller's first by my count, and that puts Seth back at the line. And Seth knocks that one down again.
Seth's so good at using his body, too. He's not afraid to go to that block, put his butt on somebody, and try to get them out of there. He's not just going to jump all the time. I love it when a big guy uses their body. 3 for 3.
3 for 3. Good job, Seth. And so here comes Gerhardt setting the offense, and the offense has not been near as crisp with Smith out.
Oh, he walked.
They got him. That's Chalker. And they're going to stay in their trap, but he had Parker open there for a minute. And that one just
an unforced error.
Yep. Gerhardt will inbound it here. Jake Billingsley is in the backcourt. He goes cross court. He can give it right back to him. Now he sees him. Vestal pries it loose. Now Southern scoops it up and heads the other way. Clears himself out some room. Backs himself back around. Behind the back to Bradley. Back over to Yance. Yance doesn't hesitate this time. It's off the front. But look who's there.
Seth.
Parker nothing to do with it. Knows Zeke's in the neighborhood. Finds him.
Golly, boom. 2 for each of them. And a foul. That's got to be a foul. They got it?
They got it.
Whew.
And that one's good.
Man.
By Zeke.
Keep these rebounds. That's 2 each.
And Zeke will get a free throw to his credit. That bucket counts. The foul is on Billingsley.
So Zeke with 2 rebounds, and a free throw try. Who was the foul on?
It was on Jake Billingsley.
Jake Billingsley.
So Bradley to the line for the third time tonight, and a chance to extend the Maroon Devil lead to 7. He misses it, pulled down there by Schmidt. Schmidt tries to come the other way. It's pried loose by Parker, poked away, but Yance comes away with it. Finds Vestal on the wing. Vestal improves himself back to Bradley. Bradley dribbles one time, fakes it, finds
good
Parker
position.
inside,
look at that.
And Seth lays that one in.
Good assist, Zeke Bradley.
Gerhardt kicks it ahead to Chalker. Back to Gerhardt, poked out of there by Bradley. And Bradley Vestal comes away with it now, going the other direction. He's got Southard's open for 3. Okay, if you're going to leave me open, I'll take it.
Knocks it down, and the foul.
He got backed into. So Gage Southard's hits that 3, and now we'll get a chance for a 4-point play. And a big possession for these Maroon Devils. This 4 had come to life after sitting over on the bench with Coach Mack for a little while.
Yes, they have.
Southard's to the line. Will shoot one to make a conventional 4-point play. That one's front iron, no good, but look who was
Parker.
there.
Man, I'm telling you.
And now Highlands will come out of there with it. Swain has extended to 11 at this juncture. Gerhardt tries to work, and he bounces it off himself. Vestal beats him to the ball, but can't hang on to it. Tough break for Bradley. And now Jesse Waldrop quickly off the bench, and he's going to get Zeke with 3 fouls and give him a seat here with 22 seconds left on the defensive end of the court. That one's cross court to Chalker. Chalker, who had happy feet, had it again, but they're going to get Briar Yance beforehand, I believe. Yep, that's on Briar. That's his first. No foul. It's on the floor, so Highlands will inbound with 19.9 remaining in the third period of play. And that was kicked all the way back. Southern's almost came away with that, but they couldn't, so. And Waldrop will pick up the foul on Billingsley with 11.9 remaining. That's Jesse's third. And Billingsley will shoot 2, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And he's got that one. His first points of the night by my count.
Yep, that's it.
So it's back to 10 with a chance to cut to 9 here. That one's off. Yance with the rebound.
6 seconds. 5. Breyer with it up top. 3. Looks for Parker. 2. 1. The count if it goes. No good.
So that'll do your third period of play. The Maroon Devils lead it by 10, 51-41. We'll be back with the final 8. Come back for the final 8. We may have a couple of scores we can share with you here. Looks like Cherokee's girls, no, that's boys.
Holy cow.
Defeated Hazel 76-45.
Whew.
On
Say
the
the
girls'
Braves
side,
came
it's
alive.
76-53. We enter this one. Rosman leads Andrews 33-27. Give and go doesn't work. And let's see if we got a no girls game score on that one, so that'll do it.
So Waldrop with the ball back to Bradley Vestal, works it back to Waldrop, back to Bradley, looks across to Gage Southers for the 3. Just off the mark.
Highlands with the rebound, and now Gerhardt will steam it ahead. This Highlands squad really went flat when Dimitri Smith left the court with his 4th foul. At that point, it was down to a 1-point lead, and Swain went ahead with a big run after he left. Parker with a mid-range jumper off the front, tipped by Waldrop. Vestal falling down, puts it up.
Holy cow, gets the roll.
So good teamwork there by Waldrop and Vestal. Gerhardt weaves his way through. Chalker with that one, and Chalker has that stripped by Vestal. Vestal is hit from behind and called for an offensive foul.
I think it's Bradley's first.
And that's on Vestal, yeah. We got Bradley and Gates set to check back into both for both teams. Bradley with 3 fouls and Gates with 4. Gates and Smith 4 each by my count. Unofficially, what have you got?
Yes.
4?
Yes.
That one, Vestal steps into it, punched away. Yance is going to run that one down now, weaves his way around, puts it up there.
Look
and
at that.
Seth Parker with another offensive rebound.
11 points, 13 big rebounds tonight for Seth. And I think he's really keyed this run, too, for us with the work he's doing inside. Woo!
Zeke emphatically blocked that one, but they're going to get Seth with a foul on the floor before that happened, it looks like, yes.
I think that's Seth's first.
It is Seth by my count. First foul, and we've got it on the floor, so that's going to be 1-1 now the rest of the way. And so somebody's shooting 1-1. Who's it going to be?
I think it's Billingsley.
Dimitri Smith is back in, so we've got horns going. We got horns going everywhere.
I don't think it's 1-1.
It's not 1-1 yet.
No, they're trying to tell you that pretty emphatically.
So it is not 1-1. It will be Highlands ball out underneath. Dimitri Smith has checked back into the lineup, so he and Gates have 4 fouls each, but are back in. And they have no choice at this point.
There's the big man, wide open.
Yance rakes that one down. He's got Smith coming up behind him. Cross-court pass poked out of there by Chalker, but he has to run out of bounds with it, and it will be Swain basketball. So Southers will inbound it. He does so to Bradley, back around to Yance quickly, and they have got, and that's it for Gates by my count.
Should be 5. What's the scores table going to say? I don't see him giving a 5 sign.
Okay.
I had him for the same amount, Coach.
So I have
but
no
obviously
idea what that means. But nonetheless, Seth Parker will go to the line. Looks like a 1-1, and Gates with 4 fouls apparently checks out. I don't know.
I feel better that you had it too.
I had 4 too. So if we're wrong, we're both wrong. Parker hits that one, and then
You get another one. He's 4 for 4.
he's ready to quit.
Atta baby.
I've improved my average. Let's just end it. You're hot. Stick another one in there, Seth.
5 for 5.
Well, I will tell you now that he was 38% on the season going into this. So
Now he's 76.
now he's up. 3 on the way from Billingsley. Front iron no good. Swain can't get the rebound, and Chalker lays it back up and in. So dude, Chalker with a bucket all the way down court.
Oh, nice hand, Seth.
And it's
Can't finish.
pulled out of there by Gerhardt.
Easy.
Jump ball.
It's going to be Swain.
And Yant steals the possession back for Swain there on the jump ball. So Southerns will inbound.
All the way back across for the corner 3. Looky there. The man of the night, Seth Parker.
Tell you what, they don't have an answer for Seth inside.
I've run out of room. His next rebound's 15.
Without Gates in the lineup to stem that, they don't have much to be able to stop him. Good shot by Smith. He had to put a lot of air under that one to get it over Zeke Bradley, but he managed it. Now Southern's charges ahead, and we got timeout Swain. With 5:36 remaining, Swain up by 12 here. And we'll now talk things over on a 30-second timeout. As we do that, we'll tell you that next week we'll be with you again with basketball action. Cherokee on Tuesday, we'll start with that. And then Hayesville on Friday, Rosman on Saturday. So 3 home games next week. Not to mention the possibility of a team duel playoff somewhere.
Okay.
In that. Sure would be nice if people had to come here for one.
Yes, sir. Amen to that.
It sure seems like we've made enough trips down to east sections and
the Chatham Centrals and all them places. Yeah, they need to come here.
So Swain inbounds the ball. It looks as though the Highlands squad's gone back to their trapping zone where they're going to try to trap this. Zeke Bradley just holds it out on the wing. Now works his way around.
Good pass.
Kicks it underneath the Yants, weaves his way in, and Breyer with another bucket off the pass from Bradley.
4 assists from Zeke.
Zeke just filling up the stat sheet as usual. And now they double team Smith, and we got a foul on Bradley with a block there. That's Bradley's second, so no harm there. I think we're in a 1-and-1 at this point, though. And
somebody is kicked out or something. That's number 1, Coach.
Yeah,
Dimitri Schmidt.
I did not see what happened.
I didn't either. But
you can rewind it on your video, fortunately for you, and see the whole thing. I think Joe was on it the whole time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is going to be – well, he's out of the game. That's 5 fouls for sure.
A technical, which I assume would be called against him, does count as a personal.
So we'll shoot some technical fouls. I put Seth on the line.
He's been the man tonight. No doubt about it. 10 shooting. That's a good choice, too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I'm not sure what happened, folks. I apologize. As announcers, we're supposed to be able to describe to you what went on, but I got no clue. I had my head down.
I was marking stats.
Looking somewhere else, and next thing I know,
Breyer hits 1. We will get the ball back up 15.
That was just a technical. If there was a foul, was there a foul? Well, they're going to give Coach Lamb a explanation, which I think as a coach he deserves. I would certainly want one if it were my player. I want to know what he did.
I would want to know as well.
I could address it. I know that Coach Lamb was not happy with him.
No.
He was out on the court to get him. I saw that much right away.
He was biting his lower lip, too.
Before the technical, or right as it was called. So now things have spiraled for the Maroon Devils. 62-47 your score. And they can choose to be as patient as they want to be against this extended zone.
Good cross-court pass.
Vestal's shot is short. And rebound pulled out of there by Billingsley. He steams the other way now. Nobody's going to stop him, so he ball fakes. Yance punches it out of bounds as he goes up, and it will be Highlands basketball. So Highlands will inbound it now. We're still getting a question from Coach Lamb over here on the bench, and they're going to talk about it again, so I'm not sure what the question was. We, of course, aren't privy to that.
But we've already had a possession down here and brought it back this way.
I think it may be a score issue or a time issue. They're going to come and correct that if that is the case and see what it is. We are 4:48 at this point time-wise. I think it's the number of fouls. I think they maybe thought they were in a 1-and-1.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And it is, in fact, just 6 by the totals. And so Dustin Gerhardt will inbound. For Highlands. That one is taken away by Zeke Bradley, who then throws a perfect outlet pass to Yance. Hits him right in stride, and Breyer, it ended up carrying him too far into the under the basket to be able to make that. Waldrop's going to get Yance out. And it will be Highlands to inbound. Why have we slowed to a snail's pace?
I don't know. I mean, it's just like,
I was like,
sorry, folks, for the silence, but it's just dead in here right now. Whew.
Gates is doing some yeoman work in there. I guess he figured if he's going to pick up his 5th, he might as well do it what he does best.
Right. Get in there and bull around a little bit.
Gates with it on the wing now. He works back up top to Gerhardt. Clean look at a 3 for Gerhardt. It's all. That's picked up by Chalker, who puts it in, and we got a timeout Highlands. So Coach Brett Lamb's going to milk this thing down. 4:18 remaining, 62-49 your score. The Maroon Devils in the lead, and they need to, like the Lady Devils, they need to win here tonight too, as they're 6-8 on the season. Getting back to 500 would do wonders for the playoff chance.
Yeah, it's resume building at this point. You got to get wins against anybody you can. Try to get that thing to 500 and even push it farther to try to work seeding maybe a little bit at that point.
Right, yeah. There's just no two ways about it. This new playoff system, I'm not sure how long it's going to stay in effect. There were a lot of people very upset about it in the fall. There were some football teams with winning records who stayed at home, but they were told all along that it's strength of schedule too.
Yes.
And so, you know, as a coach and athletic director, you have to weigh that into terms of, is a quality loss as good as a quality win?
Yeah.
You know,
and they still can't even tell you how that strength of schedule is calculated or determined.
No, but they did find out margin of victory matters, and that's not a good thing.
Oh, I hate that. I despise that.
So they have taken that part out of the formula and will not allow it to be used.
Good. That's the way it should be.
Because if that's part of it, it's not good. Tic-tac-toe. And the Maroon Devils missed that one, but it was well played tic-tac-toe all the way down the court. Now Gerhardt on the move to the corner to Chalker. Chalker back cross court. Bradley shrugs off a defender, has the fadeaway back to him. He ball fakes and gets fouled before he takes the shot. That's on Gates, and he will have fouled out surely now. So we've
now they're
changed
changing
that to number 10.
So
and in the defense of the officials, there's confusion. The official with the ball now called it, then pointed to this official and said, "You take it." And so there's a little confusion over who the foul was called on. I don't think that was a change just because it was Gates' fifth. I'm sure that could be the way you wanted to read it if you wanted to, but that's not the case. Miss of the free throw by Bradley. Corner shot on the way. That one's off. Parker with a rebound. Please don't fall into his knee. We've been through that, and I don't want to see that again. Waldrop goes around it and lays it in. So Jesse Waldrop off the full court pass from Bradley has put this thing back up to 15 for the Maroon Devils. And without Smith on the court,
there's just not a floor general out there for them.
The Highlanders have had a hard time generating offense, and that outlet pass, Parker can't run under it as he was blocked by Gerhardt there. And it will be 3:15, 15-point lead for the Maroon Devils. Length of the court pass to Chalker. He puts it on the floor, kicks to the corner. Billingsley, three on the way. It's off. Southard's and Waldrop fight for it, but there's Chalker with it. Southard's with a block, no call. And that's out of bounds off Billingsley as he worked hard in there but didn't get rewarded for it. And now the Highlands fans are incredulous. I can even hear them through this headphone.
Yeah, can too.
And here comes the trap, but Zeke Bradley can see over that trap. He hits Waldrop in stride, back to Vestal, back to Waldrop. And now it'll be back out. Good judgment. Southard's three on the way. That's off. And picked out of there by Chalker over to Gerhardt. Southard has got him. That's Chalker inside to Gates. He goes hard. Parker's got him jump ball.
It's going to stay Highlands.
Seth Parker with a good job of tying that one up. And so Highlands will inbound it. 2:37 still remaining. And that's going to be Dylan Schmidt. He's picked by Southard, who spins into the front court, and it's punched out of bounds by Schmidt. And so it'll be Swain ball from right in front of their bench. Quickly up for Highlands is Garrison Chalker. He's going to get Gates out of there. Gates with 4 fouls, at least by our count, 4 fouls.
Yes.
And they don't want him to foul out at this juncture, so we got too many people stacked up on top of each other there, and Gage Southers just fires the ball into the chest of Dylan Schmidt, and timeout Maroon Devils as they will work to get this ball in. 2:28 remaining in this one, 64-49. We will update you if you just joined us for the men's action. The Lady Devils were victorious tonight, 49-48 over Highlands to avenge the earlier season loss. Swain now 6-8 on the season on the girls' side. This Maroon Devil squad looking to go 7-8 on their season with a win here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of good basketball here tonight. That girls' game was exciting from beginning to end. The lead never got over what?
I don't think it got a double digits.
I don't think it did either. I mean, it was just a fantastic played ball game. Had a lot of good athletes on the floor going at a high pace, energy level. Good game to watch, but more importantly, we got the win.
Now, I think the biggest thing to take away from that is the Lady Devils played well again.
Uh-huh.
And they're still very short-handed, but they played well. Southard's with a shot. It's off there. Parker, and Parker's going to get whistled for the foul. He was going for the ball. Somehow Seth got whistled for that one, and I don't think he's real sure how it happened, but that will turn a free throw shooting instance in for Highlands.
Now, number 15, Jesse Waldrop, had his guy boxed out like crazy down here, and Seth just came and jumped in and tried to get a tip on the ball and was called for the foul.
It looked like Dustin Gerhardt had a hold of Seth, trying to keep him from getting to the glass. And Dustin's going to get 1-1 here for his troubles. See if he can cut the lead down a little bit for his squad. It back irons it off, and there's Waldrop with another rebound. Jesse's been stellar on the boards tonight. Behind the back dribble, 3 clean look from Southers, and he knocks it down.
Good look from Zeke Bradley, assist number 6.
We got a foul on the play. Let's see who that is.
25, Bradley Vestal, his third.
Well, the danger we run into, of course, is that we are I have no idea what's going on now, but the Highlands people came unglued.
Yeah.
Something about Bradley Vestal. And that shot is up and good.
Coach McMahon needs to get him out of the game as he's pointing to the scoreboard at a fan over here.
I think that'll be his cue. As Yance is going to come in. And he got a technical.
That's stupid.
And Vestal is given a technical for reacting to the Highlands crowd, essentially. The Highlands crowd got on him, and then he couldn't help himself, I guess. So it'll be a technical foul. Let's see what comes out of all this.
Who hit the free throw, Coach?
That was 22 Schmidt, I believe.
Okay.
So let's see what comes out of all this. It's going to be Schmidt at the line. So I guess 2 now. And Schmidt
should get 2 more.
Another one, yeah.
He finished that first one. Now he's got 2 more.
He's obviously the guy at the free throw line for them. They've done a stellar job at the line anyway, but he's about to go 4 for 4.
And the ball.
So what was 17 is now 14 and will be Highlands a chance to cut it to 12 or 11 at the 2:06 mark in this one. So Billingsley will bring it across, guarded by Parker. He goes by Parker into the paint, poked away in there. Now he tries to go up, and he's going to get fouled. Let's see who that's on. Seth Parker.
Seth Parker. So each one of these trips, they're getting the shots they want, but more importantly, no time hardly is running off that clock, and they're inching closer and closer to us.
That's what I started to say. They're stopping the clock, and they're getting opportunities to score at the same time, which is what you want if you're down in a ball game. That shot is off by Billingsley, and Gates is out now. Back in is Chalker, Garrison Chalker. Shot back up by Billingsley, and that one goes. Parker on the long pass from Bradley, hands it off to Yance, back to Bradley.
Looking to trap up top.
And now the Maroon Devils can be patient. Southard's 3 from the corner goes in.
Gets the roll.
And now it'll be Gerhardt into the front court. Poked out of there by Parker, who gets tackled. Yance to Southard's back to Parker. Parker with another rebound and another bucket. Back up 72-54, just that quick. Gerhardt pull-up 3 is good.
Damn, Lord of mercy.
Timeout by Highlands. Gerhardt now with 4 threes.
Yeah, he's got 18 points.
So that's a big spark off that bench. What about Seth over there?
Looking at Seth Parker, he's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 17 points and 16 rebounds.
Big night for Seth. Big night for Seth.
You look at Zeke, he's only scored 6 points. He's got 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 blocks, 4 steals. And then Breyer has 12, 16, 18 points.
Big night for the seniors. They've done yeoman's work here, and it will be Swain basketball after the timeout. 1:20 remaining. Yance will inbound it. There's several options. Bradley, one of them, can see over the trap. Pass to Waldroot, back to Southards. Southards is called for a travel as he slipped as he came down. Gates comes back in for offense, so just what the doctor ordered for Highlands. A Maroon Devil turnover will give them a chance to cut it to 12 again with 1:13. maybe more than 12, to the corner to Chalker. Back to Gates, poked away, and Waldrop comes away with it. Yance with a 3 lined up on the way, and Yance just put the nail in their coffin, I believe, with that one, and a timeout by Swain. And the Maroon Devils 75-57 now on top in this one. A big bucket by Briar
Yes,
Yance.
it was.
That was a big one. We were right on line with it. You can see it. It was dead from the time it left his hand. It was going in. So
that's one of those as a coach. You're up 15 points. You're like, no. Oh, yeah, son of a boy. That's the way to hit it.
Just the way we drew that up.
Yeah, boy.
It's just what we wanted. But, anymore in today's basketball, those are acceptable shots when you've got someone who's shooting as well as Briar shoots from the perimeter. And we've said it multiple times on this broadcast on and off the air that Briar really is the engine to this team. It makes them go. I personally like to see him with the ball in his hands as a point guard because he sees the court so well and distributes so well. That was a role he played last year with all those different weapons they had. This year it's not been something that's been called on him to do. He's been more of a scorer than a facilitator. Of course, he can perform any role out there because he's so versatile.
He will be missed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's a double team there. Shot on the way from Chalker.
Gets the roll
in for Drew Chalker. And now Swain has made some substitutions, and Gage Southard's looks to get it up court. Dribbles around. The defender stuck you with it on the wing. Finds Jacob Waldrop traveling down the lane, and it's picked out of there by Jonathan Miller. But we're to 30 seconds here, and it's still 16 points. Gerhardt's got to bring it up. And he fires it right to Hunter Call, who fumbles it away. He's got
we're going to get a dunk attempt.
And
he missed it.
Go, but that's all right. And we got a foul on the play. Who's it going to be? 16.9 left in this.
I'd say number 4, Jacob Waldrop. Nope, they got Briar.
Off the bench for Highlands will be Garrison Chalker. 2 shots forthcoming. This will be for Jonathan Miller. 75-59 your score. 16.9 remaining in this one. So the Maroon Devils, barring something unforeseen or crazy happening, will win their 7th game of the season.
This is a win. Yes, it is.
And we'll go to Smoky Mountain tomorrow looking to add to that. And out of the game comes Gerhardt. Shot up and finds its way home. And Yance will pass it ahead to Waldrop. He gets across court. Southard's
down to the final 10.
And Yance can basically milk it out if he wants to. Passes it over to
5
Southard.
seconds.
Southard's to
Is
Stuckey.
Jack going to stake it? Come on, Jack.
Hey,
Jack Stuckey.
Makes a 3 at the
as
buzzer.
The crowd goes wild.
So good job by Jack, and that's going to do it for us here tonight. The Maroon Devils victorious 78-61 over Highlands in non-conference play. The Maroon Devils moved to 7-8 on the season. Lady Devils also victorious, as were the JVs. So 3 straight wins for the Maroon Devils tonight. A good night here at the old ball yard, as they call it.
That's it.
So we thank you for coming out, joining us tonight. Remember, wrestling action coming your way Thursday. If there's any way possible you're in the neighborhood can get here, you want to come out and see that one. It'll be a special night, guaranteed, all the way around. So make sure you come out and check that one out. If you're out of town, can't make it, like Jeff may be, you're going to tune in and watch us on
I'm going to be tuning in.
So that'll be the best part about it.
That's it.
So make sure you tune us in for that one Thursday, and then next week we'll be with you all week. Thanks for joining us here tonight. We'll see you down the road.